Welcome, one and all, to the SSSL All-Star Game. I'm Alec Rome. I've been Alec Rome. I'm still Alec Rome, and I'm still your commissioner of the SSSL, the Super Slugger Sim League, a 22-game league with me and 11 friends, where we drafted a roster of 9 characters from the beloved baseball game on the Nintendo Wii, Mario Super Sluggers, and then they had to set their rosters, and that's all they could do. No playing the game. The CPUs decided what would happen, and so far through 11 weeks, there has been provided a ton of entertainment, almost a shocking level of amazing baseball games, interesting storylines, heartbreak, and glory. And there's still going to be another half of the season and the playoffs to see who will win the first ever Triple SL crown right there. Beautiful crown, isn't she? Folks, thank you so much for joining us. We've had some people pop in here and there, and every night it seems like we kind of tick up the viewer count. So I really appreciate that. It's going to be a bit of a short one tonight. It's kind of a break, so we're going to take that as a break, and so I don't have to do too much crazy. But we do have 2 games, dose games for you tonight. The first one's a bit of a surprise, but first we're going to catch up with some of our owners if they come along tonight. We got definitely one of them already ready to go, and we'll kind of just go down the line of the standings, essentially, and talk about every single team, give you a little bit of a recap. Let me know what you're thinking in the chat. Let me know you're around and you're showing up. And before we get to talking to some of the owners, let's look at the standings after game day number 11. If you weren't here last night, it was a doozy of a week. The Wario Muscles losing to the DK Wilds, the worst team in the league, now no longer the worst team in the league thanks to that victory. They were able to hop up, and the Eggs and the Monarchs did not win their games. They were both close, very close games that those two teams played. But the Muscles are at 8-3, and so are the Birdo Bows and the Daisy Flowers. Here we are again, a 3-headed monster, a 3-team race for those 2 first-round bye spots in the playoffs. Top 6 make the playoffs, and following right below them is the Mario Fireballs and the Bowser Jr. Rookies at 7-4. Mario has the head-to-head advantage and about a 48-run differential advantage because guess what? Last night they put up 21 at home. God, they did it again, folks, against Waluigi. Like I said, Bowser Jr. Rookies are in there. We'll talk about them in just a moment. And then you have the Luigi Knights, who pulled off a miracle against Diddy, 7-6, scoring 4 in the top of the 7th. Diddy Monkeys at 5-6. They have been struggling. They're on a big skid, really needing to turn it around. Bowser Monsters, unfortunately, could not turn their season around. After going 3-1, they're now 4-7. They lost to Birdo 6-3. Then Waluigi, as I just mentioned, tied with them right now. Bowser did win that game. They have the head-to-head, but as you can see, after that monstrosity last night, they have the worst run differential in the league, but somehow have more wins than the last 3 teams, the DK Wilds, Yoshi Eggs, and Peach Monarchs, who are at the bottom. Well, I don't know exactly what the playoff metrics are going to be. That's something we're going to have to figure out in the second half. But that's a look at your standings and the games that were there. And the 3 stars of game day number 10, I wanted to go back and catch this up. We're still calculating the stats for game day number 11, and we'll have the 3 stars the next time we're on a broadcast, which is Thursday. Next Thursday, we're right back into it with the second half of the season with 3 more games on May 23rd. Then on May 24th, by the way, we'll have an early start time, I believe, in that game, because I have something to go to right afterwards. Brown Critter, number 1 star of game day number 10, folks. You remember that upset of the Daisy Flowers, 10-8. He had 2 home runs in that game, went 4 for 4, and was the obvious first star. Very tough. A lot of great performances, I got to be honest, in this week. Goomba was the number 2, a very surprising complete game for his first pitching start and first game pitched, his debut. No earned runs. There was a couple of runs allowed because of an error. He only allowed 9 hits and won that game 6-2 over Peach in the Garden. Then the Yellow Toad for the Wario Muscles got 4 for 4 and a home run. Pretty much iced the game against the Birdo Bows. If you'll remember, that was a 13-5 beatdown. Finally, the Fire Bro. He's had some good pitching stints this year as our honorable mention. Went 4 for 4 and had a good pitching stint in that. I don't know if it was an 11-3 win. No, he went 5 2/3. That's That's wrong. Who the hell they beat? I don't know. I forgot to get to say. He had a good pitching stint. He pitched 5 2/3, probably did pretty well. So hey, leave me alone. Those are your 3 stars for game day number 10. Next time we see you, we'll have the 3 stars for game day number 11. Well, it'll be interesting to see how tonight goes. We have our East All-Stars and our West All-Stars. The All-Star game will come up in probably about 30 to 45 minutes. But let's talk about really how the season started. Like I told you, we did this whole draft, and there's some real storylines that came out of that. And now we bring in. Look at that! We got the owner box. I'm going to go to the draft screen here. What up? Here we go. Going to the draft screen, into the owner's box. You're, you're live, by the way, now, gents. I heard Peter come in. What's up, guys? This is you can unmute if you want, if you feel like it. This is Caden and Peter. Caden, owner of the Bowser Jr. Rookies, and if you feel like being on camera and showing your beautiful face, no pressure. You do not have to. But yeah, and then Ethan's just jumped in, owner of the Daisy Flowers. I'm glad to see a few of you in here tonight. Caden, my friend, let's start with you. The Bowser Jr. Rookies, who, by the way, after starting off on a little bit of a skid, have jumped themselves to a tie with Mario, which I don't think anybody after seeing that game week 3 beatdown would have ever considered that to be a possibility. But here we are. That's what happens in the Triple SL. Cade, can you hear me? How you doing?
I'm doing great, Alex. How you doing, man?
I'm doing good. I gotta wonder. Your team has been through so many close games this year. I mean, we're talking like what 3-4 walk-off games. There's just been a lot of adjustments. You've not been unafraid to make adjustments. Just tell me about how you're feeling about this season so far, and what the second half is going to bring for your squad.
As much as I like to say, I like to make these games close and exciting. I would love to just know we're good for once and not go to the 7th inning down 4 or whatever. But look, we had a rough skate, 4 losses in a row, but that is the number 1, 2, 3, and 4 teams we lost to. So we know what we have to go for. We know what we have to chip away at for these playoff games. But we know what I know what I'm better against, and I know that I don't have to worry about what's behind me necessarily to say.
Right.
Going forward, you're just trying to find these with the links that I can chip at these bigger teams at. Come back for the Birdo Bows. That'll be a fun rematch. Big changes have to happen. Mario Fireballs, I think I had a subpar setup, and I'm curious how this new setup comes in the second half of the season. And knowing I got an ace up my sleeve with that Goomba, I think we can change.
That is wild. What made you decide when I saw that on your lineup? Is he coming in low, folks? Oh, it must have been he was coming in there for a second, but 1 second, folks. I don't know why that's been.
I got a snowball that I think will change the audio of my mic as time goes. So.
All right, no, you're all good. It's probably on my end too, because sometimes this has been. There we go. Maybe it'll come through now. Sorry, folks, if that was the case, but yeah. What made you decide to pick Goomba? I mean, when I saw that on your lineup sheet, I was like, wow, okay, like going against the grain of what we are used to with your pitching squad and your bullpen. What made you pick him?
It was towards the end of the first half of the season, and I wanted to see what tools I still had. Looking at the end of when I drafted, I kind of realized I just had all pitchers. Oops, all pitchers.
Mm-hmm.
Some of them are better than others, but Toad can pitch. The Mii's are solid pitchers. Bowser Jr. is one of the better in the league, and the Magic Koopas obviously you're kind of known for in terms of the A-tier category. But I knew Goomba was there, and I was just kind of scared after having the first 4 losses to keep trying things. And once I started getting wins, I wanted to hold that. But once I felt comfortable where my team was at, I was like, all right, I want to see what my range can be. Looking at the stats, Goomba has an extremely good off-speed pitch. That's kind of all he threw the entire night. That's what worked. And so when I wanted to see a good opponent that he would have a good, favorable chance at. I found the Peach Monarchs they don't have the great slugging, and so I want to see if they're going to hit these small speakers. Can I let him get hits off the pitches, and then my fielding just cleans it up. And
yeah.
I think the strategy came out good in
Well, yeah, I definitely agree. I don't know why. Oh, there we go. I know why. That's why. That's probably why. I've had that off for a while. Hopefully now, folks, you can hear Caden, and he just said a bunch of cool stuff. But if you can just not trying to make you repeat anything, but if you
No,
could
no.
give a 60-second summary of your season and maybe just like what is how will your team get to the playoffs essentially?
For sure. I think we can get to the playoffs if we just duplicate this first half in the second half. I
Hmm.
think a 14-6, a 14-8 record will get us there. I want us better. I think I have a better team chemistry, a better team lineup than I had in the first 5 weeks. I think that can take us farther. I think we can overturn that extra inning game against Daisy. I
Right.
think we can put up again. We can not lose to Water on the last pitch of the game. I think we will not lose to Mario by 20 million runs. Uh, I think that's
Let's
partially
hope
because I
so.
know, absolutely, I know. Partially I know what I have, especially you talk about with Goomba. I think he will definitely see his the nod come back his way soon, and I think with these versatile tools, we'll just be able to find the weak links in teams and their stats and exploit them to our best advantage in the
Well,
long run.
that and you've just had a real clutch performer in Green
Oh my
Hammer Bro,
God.
who now after last night's walk off will be probably above 10 or 11 home runs on that night, and he just loves hitting homers in the playroom. I mean, my God, that
Yeah,
is his ballpark.
he's born for the ballpark. He's born for the playroom, and he's born for that four spot on the batting order. And he makes those hits count for sure.
Yeah. Well, Cade, thank you so much, folks. We're going to get to the ball games here in a little bit, but I'm catching up with the owners while I have them live, a captive audience for a moment. Caden, thanks, and best of luck with the rest of your season, buddy.
Absolutely.
Uh,
Thank you, and best of luck with the Bows.
Thank you, thank you. They've been doing not too bad. We had little step off against Wario. That was not a good game. Not happy with that, but we're feeling good, all things considered. Speaking of the daisy flowers that Bowser Jr. and Caden just mentioned, Ethan, how are you doing tonight?
Hello, hello. I'm doing great. I'm doing great. How are you, Alec?
Oh, not too bad. I'm gonna boost your audio real quick, but yeah, your team, I mean, like small little patch of like there might have been a little bit of worry for the Daisy Flowers, but overall, like you're the top team in the league for 5 weeks, still one of the top teams in the league, a team that was drafted verbatim according to you off of vibes, and they're still great. They are still great. Talk to me about how you're feeling halfway through.
I'm feeling good. I'm feeling good. Yeah, there was a little stint where I could tell I was getting a little nervous, just either watching or when I couldn't watch, just being a little like, damn, I can't believe we lost that. But looking back at it now, it's just like I think it comes down to I wasn't feeling it that day, and I
Hmm.
think that kind of energy brings it down for the rest of my team, and I can't be having that. I gotta think like in the party sense and the party mood for my
Right.
team to go out there and play their best.
Well, I mean,
Uh,
speaking of partying, there's a Funky Kong on your team who got an All-Star selection there for the West, and you have three All-Star selections out of 9 on this team with Daisy, Funky Kong, and Blue Dry Bones.
mhm.
Did you ever expect that this team would be hitting like they did once you drafted? I knew Funky Kong could do well, but I mean, the entire lineup is hitting like crazy.
I don't think I necessarily had any expectations for it, but after taking a step back and especially after the first game, but even just day of the draft, I took a step back, looked at my team and thought, I got nothing to worry about. Not really. I think they can handle this. They can handle
Yeah.
business from here.
And they certainly
Yeah.
have. I mean, I don't think you've really had a bad loss. Even the Berto Bose loss, you almost came back. You were only lost that by 5, and I was worried about it. I was worried that it was like, oh no, like I could feel the setup. I was just like, I don't like how this is going right now. But yeah, it's very difficult to beat your team. They find ways to win, and Peter, who I'll talk to in a moment. Knows that firsthand. Got a 6-run lead right off the bat and dropped it, unfortunately. And I'm sure he's super happy about hearing that again. But talk to me about the resilience of your team, too. I mean, it's not been perfect. Not every game has been an easy ride.
Absolutely not. And I don't think any of them expect it to be easy. They're scrappy. They're a
Hmm.
crafty team, and that's kind of what I hoped. Like they're not going down without a fight. There's never surrender, never give up.
Right.
None of that business. It's just I have faith. That's just it. I have faith in all of my players that they will bring the fucking power to this game.
And they definitely
Each-
have. Wow, I mean, yeah, it's been nuts. Third, you got the leading RBI hitter, almost leading home run hitter. He might be by the end of the season. You never know. What is it going to take for you to maintain this? I mean, really, the conversation right now. Not saying that it couldn't go a bad way, but I expected that your team will be in the playoffs. How are you going to keep that first round bye, and are you looking far ahead right now?
Uh, I'm not really looking very far. I'm looking for every game as it comes up, and I'll just, switch positions accordingly. I like to keep it, at least for most of the players, especially within the diamond. I like to just kind of switch them up where I need them to, and just make them where everyone else is comfortable. I need the inner diamond to get crafty and
Yeah.
to really understand, like, hey, you got to play this position if you got to, just like have fun with it.
Yep. Well, Ethan, congrats on the great start, and hopefully it will continue into a playoff run for you, no matter what. And I hope not to see you in the playoffs because I would be worried.
Thank you.
Thanks so
Thank
much. All right, well, folks, we got one more person to talk to that showed up tonight before we get to the baseball. I know y'all are probably clamoring for some baseball. That's what we're here for. But Peter, unfortunately, not the same story for your team. Been a lot of heartbreak, and I haven't had a chance to talk about it in the last couple of games. But big win against Wario last night. You beat the number one team in the league to end the first half of the season. Peter, how you doing? How you feeling?
Well, I'm doing good after yesterday's result because while it may have been surprising to most of the league, and while it has been a testing season, I was not surprised because I've been seeing the team trend up a little bit in the last few weeks. Even in the couple games before that, came up a little bit short. But it's one thing to lose big; it's another to be competitive in those losses, and we have had a few of those. Where we've just hung around, and the pitching's kind of let us down late in games. But
Yeah.
I really could not have asked for a better result to go into the break in terms of building momentum. And I did question if I should make some moves at the deadline, and it may have seemed obvious to do that with where we were in the standings and where we are currently. But I like where this team's going, and I wanted to see it out as is for the rest of the season and go from there. Because the beginning of the year, it was just a whole lot of tinkering, maybe too much tinkering on my end until I found a formula that I thought would help us be more competitive.
Yeah.
And now that I think I've found that, I'm really liking where things are trending right now. And, sitting where we are, playoffs still a rather slim chance. But if we stay competitive, if we lose close. We fight till the end of the year. I will have no complaints on my end, and it'll give me something to work off of for the future evaluation of the team.
Absolutely. And, just if you can talk a little bit maybe even about some of those adjustments that you made, because I had pointed it out on previous broadcasts. I try not to necessarily tell anybody to do anything, but I think that you maybe took some of the suggestions to heart, and you even made some of your own adjustments based on what you were seeing. Talk to us about how you adjusted this team in the middle, and finally, look, you went 0-5, and then last section probably went 3-3, I would say. So that's like that adjustment. There's somewhere in there that you made some changes, and it started turning into wins.
It did, and it was. I think honestly, what it may have come down to on my end was just overthinking it a little bit and having a misconception of where people would be better in the lineup.
Mm-hmm.
And this formula that I've kind of tinkered with and thought that has brought the most success to this point in the season is instead of spreading out the power in the lineup, it's letting the guys that have been solid contact hitters all year. They may not be power hitters, they may not smash the ball to the outfield every time, but they get on base.
Yeah.
And if you can get on base and just work that through the lineup and you have your power hitters at the end, that's what I think has been a big part of it. Easily, though, the biggest adjustment that I think has resulted in the most improvement is the outfield.
Yeah, of course.
The chemistry in the outfield, it took a minute to find the right combination, but that's been what I've been pleased with the most. And just watching the last two games, I've seen just so much improvement out there, and the outfield defense and the assists has been tremendous. And while sometimes the pitching may not have it that night, it's nice to know that if someone's off, they have that outfield behind them that's been playing really well.
Yeah, and you've got some weapons. I mean, you got a Yellow Magic Koopa. Donkey Kong has been doing not too
Mm-hmm.
bad on the mound lately, and even Brown Critter will sometimes find a decent start here and there.
And that is not where I thought the roster would end up with the power guys on the mound, but
Right.
I've liked enough what they've been doing. They don't necessarily have to pitch the whole game, but if they can get into the late innings like Donkey Kong yesterday, really solid outing against the best team in the league.
Huge.
Uh, it can only boost confidence for the whole squad.
Absolutely. One more question before I let you go, and we go to our little appetizer hors d'oeuvre in some way before the All-Star game. Looking at your next 3 games coming up, as they're critical. I mean, we're talking about you're still 5 games back from 500. You need to string wins together after that momentum last night. You have Bowser Jr. and Caden, who's in this call right now. You have them at the Jungle. Follow that up in Week 13 at the Bowser Monsters, and then Luigi. I mean, when you look at that stretch, I mean, Bowser and Caden's team is on a hot streak. That won't be easy, but you did almost beat them in that first game of the year. That was a close game, and then you got 2 more teams that have shown some of their weaknesses this year. It's just going to depend. How does your team approach that next 3-game stretch, which is so critical to maintaining a chance at the playoffs?
It sounds a little bit cliche the way I'm about to phrase it, but it's kind of just block out the previous results, because what's happened. The first half is done. All we can do is look forward. And I think there's a little bit solace to be taken in the fact that a lot of those losses were close losses. And obviously, there's no givens in this league. Anybody can beat anybody on any given night. But I have liked enough of what I've seen that going into these next few games, and it's a tough stretch.
Right, it is.
I'm looking at it now. It's going to be a pretty quick turnaround here after the All-Star break to get back to game mode. But we get Bowser Jr. at home. I've liked our home outings the last few times, and there's a lot to be said about how good they've been. And Daisy Flowers, I am sweating that one, and definitely going at Bowser Monster, sweating that one too. But the first half results are the first half results, but in the last 3 or 4 games is where I think things have turned the most. And those early season results, they're in the books. I think this is a new team, new confidence, and that could result in some more competitive innings out of these guys.
Absolutely. And, well, I mean, that's the thing. If you're able to win against some of the teams that you lost against, then you tie the head-to-head tiebreaker. We go to run differential.
Yep.
And really right now, as I pull up the standings again, right there in the bottom left corner for those who are watching on the stream, I mean, you have a better run differential than Waluigi. And if you're winning games, you can catch up to, Bowser might be tough. They're at 14, but look at where Diddy is at -3, Luigi at -1, and even Caden's Bowser Jr. rookies who are 7 and 4, they got a -13 somehow right now. So
and I was just
that's
about
very
to,
catchable.
I was just about to mention that the run differential. That's something I've been keeping my eye on all year, because while the wins may not have been coming early, that run differential has never gotten out of hand, which has been kind of the foundation I've been building off of. Like, hey, might not be getting the wins, but they're staying competitive, and if there's just a few things I can look at and tweak, the wins might start coming. And sure enough, they have. But, long season, we've still got second half left. We'll see what happens.
Well, I certainly hope so. I mean, I've been a vocal DK Wilds fan and just been praying, hoping you get some aspirin for this heartache. And I hope it turns around, buddy. Thanks for showing up and talking to us a little bit. All right, well, all 3 of you, thank you so much for showing up. I'm going to jump off for a little bit, but I hope you enjoy the All-Star game night. Maybe we'll catch up with you at some other point in the season, and hopefully we'll see everybody, as many people as we can, for the World Series on my birthday, July 27th. But thanks, all of you, for showing up tonight.
Woo! Woo!
Yeehaw! Woohoo!
Appreciate you, Alec.
Thanks, guys. Take care.
Go Commissioner.
All right. Thank you to all of those guys for showing up tonight. talking about their teams, and I'm sure we'll try to catch up with some of the rest of the owners here and there. Might be able to pull some interviews and make some pull some strings and get people on calls. Well, folks, you came here to watch baseball. I know that. We got one game for you right before the All-Star game. Tonight's All-Star game, folks, I'm giving you a little bit of a note here because I kind of came up with this idea the other day. So the first surprise about the All-Star game is that it's 9 innings. We will play a full 9-inning game, get a chance to see all the pitchers kind of go through and do their thing. It's the only 9-inning game we will play this year. Every other game, including in the playoffs, is 7 innings, as it always is in the SSSL. But for a special night, special occasion, why not play a 9-inning game? The other thing is, this will, as it generally does in most sports leagues, or as it should, the winning side of the All-Star game, essentially, if one of their teams makes it to the World Series against an opposing, so like if an East team makes it to the World Series against a West team, and the East, let's say, won tonight, they get home field advantage. So that's going to be a big one. If it's 2 East teams, then it's just going to be who had the better regular season record. It'd be who had the higher seed. Same thing. Yeah, who was the higher seed. But if it's East versus West, this is going to matter. So if one side wins and faces an opposite side's team in the World Series, they will get the home field advantage. They will get the extra game in the game out of 7. So keep that in mind. But our first game, folks, is a little bit of a mad scientist, let's say, amalgamation for me. I thought the other day, well, we have some players that were very solid that unfortunately did not make the All-Star game. I would call them the best of the rest. And I thought, well, we should have some of these players play a game tonight. We're keeping it short night. I got to give you a little bit of content. It can't just be one game. And I was like, okay, well, who's the best of the rest going to play? Who's the best of the rest going to play? Start thinking about it. I'm like, you know what would be really interesting? Folks, not going to say this is going to turn out well. We're experimenting here, all right? This is lab. We're in the lab right now. What if they played a team of all 9 owners? Well, not all, we have 12 owners, but basically 9 owners. I randomly picked the 9, minus Eli, who is an all-star. He's playing in the second game. So Eli is not as part of the ownership team, but it's the owners versus the best of the rest tonight. And here are the lineups for that game. I don't have any graphics, but I got this for you. Here are the lineups as I start this emulator again. Tonight it is, first off, for the best of the rest, Bowser Jr. Bowser Jr. was still a very solid pitcher. Got to give Bowser Jr. some credit for this team. Deserved to be a part of the best of the rest. And he will be in center field. Now, folks, I did hit random. I picked random on the things. But honestly, the random selection pretty much nailed. I mean, I'm not even joking, folks. I hit random on the order and the fielding. And I feel like it fits almost everybody. Maybe not Blue Magic Koopa for the Bowser Monsters, but actually he is out in the outfield. So it's perfect. Literally perfect. Brown Critter, as I was talking about for the DK Wilds, Brown Critter has very much earned an opportunity to play tonight. Was not in. A couple other critters jumped in, but Brown Critter is going to be in the best of the rest. Waluigi, solid pitcher, did not make the All-Star game. His team's gone a little bit off the rails here, but he's going to make it. He is playing short. Then you got King Boo. Honestly, when I look back at it, it's a little bit surprising he didn't make it, but also, too, he's kind of overshadowed by Green Hammer Bro, who got plenty of votes. Some of these characters that have duplicates kind of got votes in some people's minds. Some might have been voting for Green Hammer Bro for Diddy Monkeys. Others might have been voting for him for the Bowser Jr. Rookies. Both of them have been good for both teams. So King Boo got a little bit snuffed out just by circumstance, and so he makes the best of the rest. He is our starting pitcher tonight. Wiggler, who has been on a surge and is still an incredible batter, has had a couple home runs, and then you add on top of that, he is probably amongst a team That's the thing. He is literally amongst a team of incredible batters, still second in average at 649. He's not going to do all the flashy stuff that some of the other players like a Blue Dry Bones or anything like that are doing, or even hitting homers like Boomerang Bro. But, didn't get the votes I thought should have been in the All-Star game potentially. So he goes into left field. Dry Bones, one of the leftovers from the Peach Monarchs. His partner, Green Dry Bones, made it. Dry Bones did not. Still part of that connection, an important part, deserves to play tonight. Toadsworth, fan favorite Toadsworth, in the running, in my opinion, my comeback player of the year. 6th round draft pick, last of the unique characters. Really did get snuffed. Went to Wario and has been nothing but solid for this team. A great third baseman, a pretty decent pitcher, not perfect, but a decent pitcher, pitching 679. He pitched last night, not too bad. Cleaned out the game. So that's very good for Toadsworth. And guess what? He's batting .462 with 5 RBI. I mean, what can you say? That is better than Yoshi. Yoshi for the Yoshi Eggs. Toadsworth is batting better. So Toadsworth getting the nod here tonight, and he is playing his third base position. Then we got Blue Pianta, who's on a couple different teams. Blue Pianta, in this regard, is representing the Mario Fireballs. The Blue Pianta for the Peach Monarchs has been, not quite all-star material. But the Blue Pianta for the Mario Fireballs, they have a bunch of players that arguably could have been in the all-star game or had a shot at it. But they're all kind of even, so nobody really stood out besides Blue Toad, who was also on the Bowser Monsters doing well. And, of course, Mario. Tough people to try and get out. So Blue Pianta's playing, and I think he is playing first. Yes, he is. Finally, it's Magic Koopa. Blue Magic Koopa, there's a couple of them that do not too bad. Particularly the one for the Bowser Monsters has been doing pretty solid. Batting .487. And when it comes to pitching, not great. But I was like, we have a couple Magic Koopas in there tonight. We got a yellow one. It's hard to say that we shouldn't have at least one Magic Koopa in there, and so I chose a blue one. And that's our 9 for the best of the rest. Then, for who we're doing for the Mies, the ownership group. Starting off with Jeff. He's just behind me, folks. Pause. There he is. You saw him. Quick flash. Jeff, who's been a very solid pitcher for the Peach Monarchs. He is getting the nod in the pitching spot tonight for the owners. 9 Mies, all 9 Mies. I hope that the mod works. I've never tried this, folks. I've never tried to put 9 Mies without a captain in there, but I think this mod allows you to do it. So we have 9 Mies in here, and then you follow that up, of course, in the second spot with Dave, who has been a very solid hitter for the Diddy Monkeys. Normally plays the first base spot. Tonight, playing second. Me in the third spot. Dude, I honestly didn't even set I barely set the fielding lineup for our team, let alone the batting lineup. I let it run, basically. I let it pick what it wanted to. I've hit a couple home runs this year and have been batting not too bad. And I think I'm playing in the outfield tonight against this best of the rest team. Then you have Peter, who has been not too bad and, again, deserves, I think, a little chance to show some of the DK Wilds flavor, facing his own teammate, Brown Critter, tonight in this best of the rest versus the owners group. Ethan's been playing incredibly well, pitching well, hitting well. Still very much a contributor, batting .412. And then as a pitcher, .824, dropped off a little bit in the second half of the season, or second half of the first half of the season, second quarter. But at the beginning was really killing it. Ethan definitely deserved to play tonight in the ownership group. Tim, I included Tim. It was random. Folks, I did pick it random. I literally did just select 9, and then the other 3 left off. And, I left Eli out because he's playing in the All-Star game. So Tim is in tonight. Don't know if I could say that Tim necessarily needed to be here tonight. But that's who I picked. That's what the computer picked. It's hard to say that I should be. I'm not going to favor owner over another. I'm trying to be impartial here. So Tim's in there, but Tim is a me. His me has not been doing well. So I'm a little worried about Tim in the 6th spot. Here is Mitch. I honestly, maybe I do this. Maybe let's do that. I feel good about that. Caden, you're up in the 6th spot. Caden's moving to the 6th spot. And now it's Mitch in the 7. Mitch has been solid in the outfield pretty much all year. He's playing left tonight. Good hitter as well. Had a critical 2-home run shot that allowed his team to beat Diddy and go to 6-5. What a finish that was last night. He's playing in the 7th spot. Andrew started pitching not too bad. Fell off in the latter half of things, but still very solid. He's going to play catcher, his normal catcher spot. We'll see if he comes in. And then I just moved Tim to the 9th spot. Those are your teams. Let's see if it works out, folks. Oh, hold on. There we go. Woo! I was going to say, worried about it. Here we go. Let's see what the hell happens here, folks, in the best of the rest versus the me's. I have no idea. As I swing my regular mic back around, let's get it on. Play ball here in the owners versus the best of the rest. And we start off with Bowser Jr. I'm actually very excited for this game. Line out there to Dave at second for the first one. This is fun. I feel like this is a good example game before we play the All-Star game at nighttime here at Mario Stadium. It's Brown Critter now, top of the first. This is a 7-inning game, folks, 7-inning game. And guess what? Brown Critter, who's been hitting homers left and right in the last few games, including a couple earlier. Brown Critter. Also for the Waluigi Spitball's been doing well. He's had 6, but even for the DK Wilds, has had 5, and I think he added another one in the game against Wario. Dave's got some hops. Arceus Mate says he does. And now here's his teammate. Facing his teammate tonight, King Boo, who is always a home run threat. Can Jeff give up? Not a bomb. This is pulled right past the first base line for a foul. 0-1 with Brown Critter on first. This ball is going to get down in the gap. Nice contact hit. Brown Critter's going to third here, and the best of the rest have runners on first and third here with 2 out. Top of the first. This is the prequel, the appetizer, the first course. Your main course is coming up next. It's the SSSL All-Star Game. Strike one here on Wiggler, who I mentioned has been hitting some homers and batting above 600. And he's going to get one down. Brown Critter's getting home. The best of the rest have the lead here underneath the Mario Fireballs sign. They had the lead 1-0. The best of the rest is Mario. The ownership group, all the 9 owners' me's are under Wario. And now Dry Bones, guess what? Does what he does and has been for this Peach Monarchs team in the first half of the year. He is on first. Runners, bases loaded for Toadsworth, who finds hits. He just finds singles, but there's 2 out. Never know. Can Jeff get him to ground out on the ground? Grab, and that's a ground out. We get out. The owners get out of this, only allowing 1. It's 1-0 now with Jeff, Dave, and me set in the 2 up. What a weird thing to say, folks. I almost can't even get over it. One out here. That's a ground out, unfortunately, for Jeff. Jeff's not been doing super well at the plate this year. Dave has been doing better. And here's the thing, folks. They're all supposed to be even. I mean, I literally don't get it sometimes. They're all exactly the same stats. It's completely fucking random. But for some reason, it's like they have stats that we can't even see. This is on the ground. Just foul. I pull a foul. 0-2 here. King Boo. This is over the plate, and will it get down? No, it's a fly out for me in right field for the first here. Again, folks, owners versus best of the rest. We got the All-Star game coming up next, but a little bit of an appetizer and a fun night here on a Friday. I hope you're having a good Friday. End of the week, I hope you're going to have a chance to relax this weekend. This is a 4-3, and the ownership group not doing so hot right now. Grounded out. It's down 1-0. I'm a little bit worried, honestly. I was worried that this ownership group was going to have an issue in terms of the power. There's a lot of power hitters on this side for the best of the rest. It's on the ground. Blue Pianta will get aboard. Arceus Mate says, I did not know that at all. I thought you could customize the me's, like turn them into a power hitter or whatever. I mean, technically you can by editing the stats, but we do not. We do not do that, although I like that idea maybe for next year. But it makes it a little bit difficult when some have you have to do it by color, and so it makes it a bit more difficult to do that. They'd have to pick a color, and that can screw up some lineups. So I let everybody pick whatever color was most beneficial to them, especially because of the outfields. So it's possible. It may still be possible. That is the end of it, because you can have a favorite in me, too. Nice job by the ownership group to get those tough hitters out, just like that. And we head to the bottom of the second. So maybe it's possible. It could be in Season 2 where I allow that sort of thing, but technically using the Gecko codes and the mods we use for the CPU and for the codes to adjust their stats, we give some of the bottom players a little bit of a stat adjustment. It may be difficult, but it's not impossible. I'm not going to say it's not possible. I would be interested. I think that's a great addition. I love that suggestion, Arsonist Mage. I really do. Ground out here. Boy, ownership group got to figure some shit out here, boys. Like, what are we doing? What are we doing? On the ground, 4-3. We are in trouble. We're in trouble. I don't know what to tell you, folks. We need some help. We need it right now. It is 1-0. I'm going to pop in the owner's box and see what everybody in here is thinking. Boys, owners are not doing well in this opening game, guys. What are we going to do here?
Oh, I didn't know it was. We need to change the stats mid-game, man.
Yeah, we probably would need to do that. I was
Give
considering
them all
this.
99 speed. Give them one fielding.
We could have started him. King Boo to left center field. We'll get down it. We'll get off the wall, luckily. And it's only a single. Thank God. Yeah. I like that suggestion, though, Caden. I do. I like that suggestion in chat. But we're in trouble, guys. I don't know if we're going to beat the best of the rest here.
Slow start, finish fast.
Slow start, finish fast. Wiggler! Deep to right field. Will this one get gone? It will. Wiggler! It's a homer just like that.
Right as I say.
We can't see it. We just have to hear it.
Oh no, we're cooked, guys. I was worried about this. It's 4-0. Best of the rest. I should have given him a star. I should have gave all the me stars because that's probably
Who let
what would've
Wiggler
helped.
cook?
But
That Wiggler
we might be
slammed it.
cooked, folks.
God, almost straight center too. Oof.
Oh man, here we go. This is dry bones, folks, and this gets
Oh,
him
and the
on
taunt,
the
the
ground.
wave around the bases.
Yep, it's just. You guys might be a little behind me, so I'm gonna mute again just because I don't want you to get
Absolutely.
spoiled.
Owners might need a little sangria on the boat after the game.
I'm gonna leave him. You can stay unmuted too, because I want to hear your reaction.
For sure.
Oh my God, folks.
Oh.
Owners not doing very well, but there's a 4-6-3 there. Nice job, Dave, Peter, and Ethan, getting this one
It would-
taken
I
out.
think it
12
would
of you are
really-
watching
this
the
would be-
All-Star night.
80 times different if they were just the same me color. Like if you could just make
Blue
it like a team
Pianta
uniform.
to right
This
field.
team
It's
is a
gone.
powerhouse that
Blue
can't be stopped,
Pianta
'cause we all
adds
have
on to the
chemistry,
mess.
but
And
none
the
of
Blue
us have-
Pianta
I
for
think
the
there's
Peach
like, what,
Monarchs
two people
has not
that
been
have
good
a
this
completely
year.
matched.
Yeah, that's
There's
yeah,
like
I
two
was-
greens and two blues.
There we go.
ODP?
I'm muting him.
All right.
There we go. 5-0. God damn. Fuck, guys.
That thing is gone.
That is it for Jeff. Jeff did not do very well.
Oh God, I just saw it.
Jeff did not do very well.
Oh
in this one, folks.
no!
Not a great one. 5 earned runs, and that finally gets us out of the inning. They're able to get the 4-3, but they put up 4 in the top of the third. Owners need some fucking help right now. It's Andrew, Tim,
Pull
and
the
Jeff.
crap out of here.
We need a doctor. Call
We just gotta be able to
somebody.
like string up like 18 fucking.
Here's Andrew. This is a hot
like,
one. Gonna get down and
singles.
right. It will. Andrew's gonna
Popo
start
into
things
pitch.
off with a single into right.
I think you're ahead of me. Actually, I'm on the middle of the third right
We just switched sides.
now. Oh, okay.
Tim on the ground, and of course Tim is just not
Bottom of the third.
Tim, bro. I
final.
should have
No,
not
we
put
got
Tim in this, man. I love Tim.
We
I
got a little
love
time
Tim as a
here.
human, as a person, but god damn, his me sucks.
String a few
His
hits
me
together.
is struggling this year
There we
to
go.
do anything.
Good start.
Jeff, though, nice pull there by Jeff. It's going to get into left center. Can he keep the ownership alive here? We need to figure this
Oh
out.
God. Oh no.
I'm gonna bring them back in when I can. I'm gonna mute and unmute their audio. Hopefully it's working out. Line drive there. That's the end of that. Dave lines it out. I told you this could be rough, folks. I was worried about this game. I should have given some of the me some stars, but when you adjust stats, you never know how that shit's going to turn out. It is 5-0 here. Best of the rest is whooping ass right now.
Devastating. Give
That's
us like
That's
just
tough.
give us like Toads with some shit to start.
Mandatory pitching change. Oh, Critter. My own player just doing us dirty. With
Yeah.
Nag second.
Here's Brown Critter. This is deep to center field, but it's a pop fly. And again, no air items in this game, so it's a bit of a clean slate here, folks. It's clean baseball. Clean baseball, pretty much. I don't think anybody really has any chemistry connections, so that helps things out. CJ says this is the time to stick it to the owners. Every player on the best of the rest is going to play like they've never played before. That's right. Sticking to the ownership group. Some of their teams have not been doing well, and maybe they're sticking it to them. What's Waluigi doing? This is a drive to left field, but it's grabbed by Mitch, the star outfielder, for the second out. Maybe the ownership group can get out of this inning here somehow and keep it 5-0, but you got King Boo to get out. Andrew is pitching here second, and it makes sense. Andrew started well this season. This is lined out to Peter, and we get out of it. We get out of that bases. We get it out of that jam when we allow nothing there in the top of the fourth.
Okay.
This is big.
I'm every once in a while patching in our owners here and there so you can hear their reactions. Caden and
Are
Peter
you on Twitch or YouTube?
are hearing.
I'm on YouTube. I'm wondering if
They'll come in and out.
I'm a little bit ahead on Twitch. Let me see.
Nothing there to start the inning. It's Peter for the DK Wilds, owner of the DK Wilds, at the plate, and it goes right to his teammate. It's a 4-3 for out number 2. Ownership group is getting killed right now, folks. We are not doing well. 2 outs here in the bottom of the fourth. King Boo is still pitching. We are in trouble. On the ground, in the gap. Ethan will try to keep us alive here. Ethan's going to try and keep us alive for the moment. But now King Boo's tired. That's it for King Boo. That could be good for us.
Consolation run. Oh, thank God, boost. Let's go.
okay, I think Twitch is a little bit ahead of my YouTube here.
Yeah.
So let's
Oh, Caden grounded out. God damn it. Caden.
Fuck. No, he's not.
Oh no.
Caden. Why'd you ground out? Why'd you ground out to end the inning? Why? We need help, man. We need help. We need help. Wiggler is going to get this one down in center field. This is the top of the fifth already. This game is going epic quick. I almost want to, folks, is anybody in the chat? There's
I
13
wasn't
of you
complaining
watching
that I was
right
in the
now.
9 hole. I was just acknowledging that.
There's 13 watching this. Time
Dire
Smokes to left field. It's gone. It's 7-0. 7-0.
Oh,
Best of the
no.
rest.
Oh shit.
We are done.
Oh,
we are
no.
so cooked, guys.
Also, the center fielders like just aren't running.
It's
got a
over.
different speed
It's
stat.
so over, guys.
It's the All-Star break for the owners too.
Yeah, Jesus. We're taking our sweet ass.
This is supposed to be a
time today.
baseball game. They thought it was a home run derby.
Yeah. Oh man, this is not good, folks. If anybody in the chat is
This
opposed,
is a show.
if anybody in the chat is opposed to us running this shit back, because I do not like this. I am upset with how bad we're playing. I'm gonna star every one of our me's. So
If there's
I'm
ever
starring every me 1 to
CBA
9.
negotiations and potential lockout.
like,
This game.
Alex,
is gonna
if
be
you can make
Exhibit
all of
A.
us one color.
Nah, that might take me too long. That might fuck it up because I have to go back and fix it to start the
okay.
season. So to get back into regular play. But I did like that idea. Everybody's getting stars though. Everybody's getting boosted. I can boost them without having to edit any stats. So fly out there so we get out of the inning unscathed, but it's still a bit. Oh well, they did score 2 in this one, so a
Yeah,
bit
I got
difficult,
one.
folks.
That's a-
7-0. If anybody's opposed to us running this shit back, I'm running
Oh,
it
my
back.
coach.
Like I'm telling you that's what's happening. I had told you that there might be 3 games tonight. I only had the idea for 1, but I think my other idea was to let chat pick our opponents. Chat gets to pick.
Rally starts now, boys.
Chat will get a chance to pick whoever faces the owners. Your only rules are. Gosh, I just kind of want to run this game back. Like I want to run this one back with stars. Like that's what I want, basically. Because I feel like we could pull it off, but maybe we need to put together like a worse team. Like, we need a bad team to put it. Like, Toadsworth, a couple Koopas. Like, we need a team that we can beat because I don't think we're beating this team. Tim grounds into the 6-4-3, not helping us at all. This is brutal, folks. Through 5. It is 7-0.
I figured I could just talk.
The best of the rest is kicking.
I was wrong. The rally is not starting.
It's not.
The rally is definitely on a different day. They scheduled it for a different day because it's not happening.
We're rallying on the next game.
Yeah, I'm running this shit back, bro. I can't. I can't watch. I can't let this stand. I think we're gonna put like a bad team together, like a joke team together.
What's the worst pitcher in the game?
Good question. I think we got to throw like a couple babies in there, a couple Koopas.
You got to throw no
Toadsworth.
chemistry, slow outfield.
Yeah, slow outfield. Yeah, I think that's what we need in this. I think if the owners are going to win a game, we need to play a junk team.
Let me look up the bad chemistry list, and we'll just base it around that, so no one can make a
yeah, something like that. Well, folks, we're going to put one together on the fly here tonight, and then I'll take a little break before the All-Star game. But we're gonna put a game together on the fly because this can't stand. And also, I'm ripping Tim out of the lineup. But he's been trash. He just grounded into like 3 double plays in this game already.
I was Tim once. I'm still Tim.
Tim is bad tonight. I just got to be honest. I love him, but Tim has not been doing it. Wiggler pulls this foul. Wiggler pulls this foul, folks. We're in trouble. Top of the 6th and the best of the rest are crushing us here. If you're just joining us on YouTube, it's the All-Star break. It's the All-Star break for the SSSL, our Super Slugger Sim League. We're having a little bit of fun tonight. Some games you will not see the rest of the season, including all of the owners facing off against the best of the players that did not make our All-Star game. And we're running this fucking shit back. I will not allow us to lose like this. I will not allow it. Drybone's is going to get an RBI. It's 8-0. But we are running this shit back on the fly. No break. We are not going to commercial. I want them again. I want another game. Then we'll have the All-Star game, I promise, after that. If we don't beat them the second time, it's over. We just trash. So it's fine. Peter, nice grab there by him to end the top of the 6th. Good grab it short, Peter.
I said I cannot allow any more damage as it's 8-0.
Here's Jeff here in the top of the 6th. We need some help. This is a nice hit. If it gets down, it will get down. Jeff will get us aboard. We need a rally, folks. We got somebody on first with nobody out here for Dave.
You know,
who's hit very well this season. Had a couple of hits in this game already.
I have had games that were not as bad
him to show up.
This.
Bottom of the 6th, 8-0. Waluigi, here comes his liar ball. This is straight lined out, and what a throw by Toadsworth. God, we're getting killed. Toadsworth just threw that to first. Absolute laser. There's 2 out. I swing on this one, and that will be the 3rd. Guys, this is over. I'm sorry. I told you that this might not be good. We're running it back. I will not allow this.
Hey, could we make like a Oops All Tim team?
This is face a team of 9 Tims.
Honestly, it would probably be really good because they would have chemistry. We would get crushed. Every pass
No,
would
they
be
don't.
the
That's the thing.
speed.
The Miis don't have chemistry with each other. That's the reason why we suck. Is because we don't have chemistry. So we need the stat boost. Like, we literally need it. So, this is top of the... If you're not caught up, if you're not missing anything, I'm not spoiling anything for you by saying we're still down. We are
This
down.
is why
folks.
the NFL Pro Bowl games are now run by Eli and Peyton Manning,
And
because
it's
they're brothers.
dodgeball.
They have chemistry.
Yeah.
You can't do it with like Mahomes and like Matt Ryan. They would die.
Yeah. Well,
Things
bases
are
loaded
worse
with
than
nobody out,
ever.
folks. Ring the bell. Ring the bell. So
But they're still not as bad as they could get.
CJ on YouTube saying get beat in the long ball, small ball, and on the mound. And Brown Critter's going to line this one. Oh, he's lined it out. Watch out. Could be out at first. Oh, double play. What a double play. We cleaned some things out at least. That's something to remember. But this is our
Thank
last
God,
opportunity.
my
Can we
captain's
keep him
out.
under
He sucks.
10? Waluigi. Waluigi with the deep drive to left. It's gone. What the hell?
that hurts to
Waluigi
hear.
with the 3-run shot. You know we are done. We are so fucking cooked when he hit a homer.
It has
Done.
never
It's
been more
so
over.
I might shut this shit off. Like, I don't know what to tell you. This shit is fucking over.
All-time call. What the hell?
Hey, is there a stadium that benefits us with no abilities?
Damn. Andrew's off the mound. Dave's in there, and he
Rematch
gets
at
to pitch
Death
against
Valley,
his teammate.
California.
Absolutely. I mean, do we do it on the ice so that we're both stuck in the outfield?
Yeah, I don't know. I want to keep it tomorrow because I feel like it's a good home run.
Oh,
hitting
Mario's
stadium,
for sure the Pro Bowl field. Or the Pro
Yeah,
Game
it's got to
field.
be the Pro Bowl stadium. You know, it's got to be the All-Star Stadium. But man, guys. It's not good. 11-0. They're still not out of the inning, but now they finally might be. That's a line out. I would like to see us get one run. I would like to see this team not get shut out.
Ring for
that is
11-1.
All right, let's not get blanked. Come on, fellas.
Let's not get blanked,
Alec,
boys.
if
Come on
we
now.
score one run at the bottom, that me gets a star in the next game.
They're all getting stars, brother. We need it. We literally
No.
cannot beat
For the
this
next
team.
regular season game, whoever
No.
scores gets a star bonus.
No, I did think about that. I considered stars. It's just a little bit too much. I considered
Oh, for
things
sure.
like that. If
Oh,
I was
Peter.
thinking if a player got one of the 3 stars for the week, they would get a star for the next game. But they're already good, so that's why they got the award. It's just like you want to find ways to like slightly
Oh, for sure.
give boost and slightly give some boost to the bottom end. You know, the bottom end is what we want to see like jump because you already got Funky Kong and shit. Bowser hitting 14 fucking homers. Like, you know, he don't need anything more. He's good.
No, for sure.
But now we have a whole season worth of statistics where we'll be like, all right, this player needs a boost. Like Yoshi, regular Yoshi, 1000% getting a boost. That's the ball game, folks. In case you didn't know, the ownership group sucks. We need help. 11-0.
There's a
was that
reason the
score.
owners are playing fake fantasy baseball and not real baseball. Because we need to feel good on the internet.
Yeah, that was not good, folks. That was a bit rough for that one. We're gonna run that back right now. I'm just gonna do it on the fly. I'm not even taking a break because that is pissing me off.
Put Goomba at first because he has bad chemistry with Toadette.
All right.
So put them in the rest of the infield. On the outfield, you want slow, bad pairing people. So we're gonna want like
All right, folks.
put Boo in center field and Baby Mario and Luigi in the corner.
Yeah, I think in the chat too, give me some by the way, Arsonist Mage saying fake fantasy baseball. Ethan said no athleticism here at all. That's how that was described. All right, we're going back to the menu, folks. We're going back. Here we are. I'm bringing it up.
And then at pitcher, I don't know. What do you want to put at pitcher?
All right, so it's going to
Oh,
be
we gotta
all
put,
owners.
like,
But
a
folks
Doki
in
at
the
pitcher.
chat, if you play this game in the regular, you watch us, give me some suggestions. We're putting together a bad team. This ownership group cannot beat a good team, so we need a bad team to play.
We need to build the Oakland A's in reverse.
Here we go. You get to see the sauce being made of how I do this beforehand. But here we go. So the me's first. So I did well there.
You could also make it a lower CPU level. Oh, so that's
No,
CPU
it's
for
got
both
it. They
teams.
both the CPU, so it's got to be
okay.
the same. It helps for them both to be 4. But so Eli's not in. Caden's in. Tim is 100% out. Tristan. Yeah, Tristan's been doing well this year. Tristan's going in. He was one of the 2 that I didn't put in there. Or who else did I leave off? Oh, Parker. We're gonna put Parker in for this next
For
game.
sure.
Parker gets to be in, for sure. And then we got Ethan. Let's see, and then Jeff. Let's see, I put Dave in. We're gonna have Dave.
I have the stats. What's the most used team me color?
I think red is the most used me color. By
I'm
the way.
looking 4 reds, and then I see 3 greens and 2 blues.
All right, Arsonist Mate suggested Monty Mole. I think that's great. I think we need to put
Monty Mole.
All right, so there's our team. The Mees are back, folks. Now, let's start picking a team for the other side.
I
think,
really want to see
I
Toads
think
out
we
there,
can
but
give
he's
him a
too
yellow
good. He
pi-
can't be allowed to play.
I think it's got to be like Monty Mole. Monty Mole's trash. We can give him Monty Mole. Who else is bad? I think a Goomba.
Noki.
I think they should get a Goomba.
Just don't put him on the mound. He's too good.
I'll say a red Noki. What else? Toadsworth's too good. A Koopa. They need a Koopa. Yoshi. Regular Yoshi.
If you wanted the outfield, there's like corner Toads in the middle Goomba. They have zero chemistry together.
Well, I was gonna say.
Well, the Toads
who
are
else we
fast
got?
though.
Trying to think of who's trash. We need a baby in there. It's gonna be Baby Mara. Baby Mara's the worst one. I think Baby Mara's been bad.
Baby Mario has some terrible chemistry links too.
How about like the Shy Guys? About a yellow Shy Guy. That's a good one. Any other thoughts in the chat, folks? Speak now. Forever hold your peace.
Um,
Red Paratroop is the worst stats on Yoshi's team. All right, I like it. Let's do that.
the Paratrooper Paragoomba combos kind of suck, don't they?
Yeah, I mean, this team looks bad right now, so I like our chances. Then we're starring every one of us.
And then, do we put Toads with the 9-hole?
No, Toadsworth's good, brother. I don't know. What to
He's
tell you.
so
Toadsworth
good. I just want to see him
is
play. You
strong.
know,
Like I don't want to play Toadsworth.
that's fair.
Who's bad?
No Toadsworth. No Toadsworth.
It's Toadsworth like if John Elway came back and like hopped in
Yeah,
Pro Bowl.
dude, he literally just like 90-year-old Toad is still like hitting 460. That's insane. Let's go. We got a Paratroopa. I wouldn't hate Boo. I could give him Boo.
Well, Boo's a good pitcher.
He's a good
so
pitcher,
he is
but-
at the pitch.
See, the problem is everybody else is not bad. What about
What's the Girl Kong?
No, Tiny's
Tiny
been doing
Kong?
well. Tiny's been doing pretty well. Oh, how about Dixie? We could give him Dixie. She's been okay at the plate. Yeah, let's do that. We're gonna do that. All right, that's the bad team. That is the undesirables right there. We've just put together the undesirables, and unfortunately, I have to mention Yoshi in this because Yoshi is probably one of the most disappointing captains I've ever seen. I think Yoshi, the regular Yoshi, is gonna get a boost. Now, all
Isn't
of us.
he like the best, the top 3 captain rates?
Right, yeah. I think so. I want to say so. Do I have to do it? Oh, I have to do it in the menu. That's fine. All right. Oh, no. Can I even star us? I can't. All right, so we can't get stars. So this is the only team that we're going to be able to beat, guys. I don't know what to say.
Alec, I have to ask the unfortunate question. What happens if we lose to this team?
We just need to go crawl in a hole, I think, is what we need to do. I'm going to hit random on there. Yoshi pitching could be bad. I think Monty Mole needs to start, and then they can put Yoshi in or something like that. But Monty Mole's trash, so he can go pitch. I think I liked Andrew
Monty's
Ketchum
gonna
was
have
good.
immaculate ending us.
Who's starting pitching? We have Peter in right now. Eli, you're in the All-Star game, brother. Eli's on Twitch. You're in the game. You're gonna be in the big game coming up next.
I normally I'd say let's ride, but if I'm the one that screws up the start and then we lose to this team, I can't live that down.
Right.
Me country, let's ride.
Yeah, you're right there. Eli, number 4, starting pitcher for the All-Star game. I mean, we need the help, but you got to rest that arm, brother. You're playing a 9-inning game coming up. Let's see. I'll rock Peter, or we could go Caden. I think
Let's
Caden,
do it. Hey, let's do it. I'm down. I'm
all right,
game.
Peter's rocking there. I like the hitting order as it is. Honestly, I'm not really going to change any of that. As long as we don't have Tim in this lineup, we're fine. So it's good. They're fine. Let's run it, folks. Let's rip it. One more game before the All-Star game. Can the ownership group redeem themselves and find a way to beat literally the worst team that we can come up with? This is the worst possible team that you could pick right now based on how people are doing. Let's go. Let's see. I hope so, man. I hope we can get this done. It's going to be the ownership group batting first here. And we're off. Peter to lead us off here for the ownership group. Maybe we can beat this absolute monstrous amalgamation of a team. And Peter is going to pull this one down to left field. I'm going to mute so you guys don't get spoiled. Well, what a hit there for Peter to
Here's
start
we
us
go.
out.
we put Koopa and Goomba in left and center, which means we can't get our easy home runs. No.
Ethan now, the owner of the Daisy Flowers. Suka on Twitch says, "Come on, Goomba." No, we don't want Goomba to win this game. We
All
want
right,
the owners to win.
got it by.
We want the owners to win. By the
We're
way,
in business
folks,
early
My
here.
gosh. So good.
gonna send the link to our Discord server. If you're watching right now and you have not joined
All
our
right,
Discord
Alec.
server, we love to have you. We love to have you in the Discord server to keep up with us as we play the season. Bases loaded because I hit it. There comes Peter. We gotta run.
Oh, baby.
We're on the
Let's
board.
cook. Let's cook.
Go home. He's going to score.
Send me home, baby.
Oh, he scored.
We're on the board.
Let's go.
We will not be shut out twice.
Bang. How about that fucking RBI for us?
It is our turn to shut out.
Let's go. Now we got Andrew and nobody out here. The ownership group is playing one of the worst teams you could come up with, and we've got runners on first and third. But Andrew arguably has not been doing amazing batting this year. We need some help. One more game before the All-Star game. That comes up next, folks. But we're playing some fun games. This is on the ground. Andrew's going to ground it in the 6-4-3, but it doesn't matter. We got another run, baby. That's two more than we had last time.
Oh, boy.
And Monty Mole is getting tired.
Hey, at least we got one in. We got one in.
Does that run count?
The voices
It
you're
shouldn't, 'cause
hearing
it's a force play.
behind me as well are Caden and Peter, owners of
It should be a timing play.
the DK Wilds. Flip that. Bowser Jr. rookies and DK Wilds, respectively. 12 people in here. We're playing a fun game.
Oh, wait, that was-
All-Star
oh,
games
that's
coming up
right,
next
never
year
mind.
for the Triple
Yeah, we
SL
had
here
two
on
notes.
All-Star Night. I hope you're
I
having
thought
a
that
good
was the
night.
third.
We're having some fun here. And Caden is going to keep the inning going, gets Mitch to second. And there we are. The owners, all the
MLB hired me to
faces
be an umpire
of the
for the
teams
World
that
Series.
own our franchises in the Triple SL are fighting away. And now Parker, who's at the plate, who's had a couple home runs this season, could give the owners the lead. Strike one here. Monty Mole sweating a little bit on the mound. We put him in to start. We needed the help. Here's Parker, down into left center field. Mitch is going to have a try for home, but there's the chemistry. Mitch is safe anyway. It's 3-0.
Let's go.
We got the lead.
Uh-oh.
Oh, wait. Hold on.
It's still a bad throw.
What a hit. Let's go. What an inning for the ownership group. We have been struggling so far this year, but that is big. That's big for us. That's big for our chances. Now here comes Yoshi. Here's where things can get a little bit out of
Monty's
hand for us.
gone.
But Yoshi's coming
Oh,
in early. He's coming in early in the top of the
shouldn't swear,
first in the
sorry,
7-inning game. Here's Tristan. This is going to get down to right center.
haters said
Make
we
it
would never
4-0.
score a run.
We got
We
another
got
one.
three.
That's going to be a
three more.
potential
It's
double
more
for
than last
Tristan to
game.
keep the inning alive. What an inning for the owners to start us
Four
off. We
left.
can play baseball.
Ooh. Hold him at third.
This is big stuff, folks. Now here's Dave. We are batting around the order in the top of the first for the ownership group. We got killed by the best of the rest. And now we add another one. Dave is going to get to first. It's 5-0. The 2-inning rally continues. It is All-Star Night in the Triple SL. Thanks for joining us. If you did,
Oh,
make sure to
hell
give us a
yeah.
follow. How about Peter doing it? We're batting around the order. It's a completely different look for this team, albeit we're playing literally the worst team you could come up with. But we're going to take this. Here is Ethan with runners on first and second.
No mercy.
Ethan! Deep to right field, but they have chemistry. Watch out. It's robbed by... Damn it. Robbed by Monty
God.
Mole. When he
Oh, my
switched
God.
out there,
No.
he got the chemistry, and they robbed it at the wall. Damn it. Well, we got 6. Ethan says this is our fantasy recreation of the bench warmers on Twitch. It is. We put up 6, baby. Come
Well,
on
damn.
now.
Grand slam in the eyes. I would
It's
have loved
6-0.
to see it.
Well,
It
damn.
felt so good.
Big inning, boys. Big inning. That was big. Here is Yoshi to lead it off for the worst team we could imagine, and he lines it out to shortstop. So, eventually we might find a team where we have some even games, but hey, I'm not going to put it behind this team to figure out how to win, but this is, these guys cannot hit. I'm just going to say the reason why we put them in there is because a lot of them have been struggling. Been struggling overall. Red Noki, though, it's on the ground past Parker, who is playing out of position. Parker normally plays in the outfield, but is at second base, and so that allows Red Noki to get to first here with 1 out. And a 7-inning game, folks. This is going to be a long one. I will inherit a mercy rule if this gets out of hand. Double play. Double play. Arceus Mage calling this the all-mushroom game. Yes, this is the all-mushroom game. The all-egg game. 6-0. If we get this one out of hand after 3 innings, I'm calling it. We're calling it automatic victory.
1, 2, 3. All right, 6-0. Let's ride.
Huge. Meat
I
country.
will make a mercy rule after 3 innings. If we're killing them, we just get the win. We get it.
Oh, so
We
we get
earned
the
it.
pain on the first game. We get
Yeah,
the
I mean, it was 11-0 at like the end of it, so we might as well let it
That's true.
play
That was
out. but-
terrible.
Oh no, double play. We lined into a double play. There's 2 out. Line into a double play. Jacob on YouTube says, "Take out Tim, and this is an outcome." What does that say? I feel so bad. I mean, but it's true. Fuck, he did not do well in our first
That's
game.
brutal.
It was not good. Well, we don't do super well there in the second. A couple ground outs, and now you've got the bad, well, it might be a decent sectional lineup. Red Paratroopa is actually not bad on the Daisy Flowers. Probably batting in the 400s. And then you got Goomba, who finds some hits here and there. We just need to lock it in. 0-2 here on Red Paratroopa for Peter. He's had a solid starting section here, but Red Paratroopa cannot do anything, lines that one out. Here is Green Koopa. Bottom of the second in a 6-0 game. It is the ownership group versus the worst team we could imagine. The Woat. Owners versus the Woat right now. Here's Goomba. Goomba at the plate. Green Koopa was
can't
able to
win
find a way.
anymore.
And here's
This
Goomba
is
with a big
Woat.
drive. Goomba's going to get this one down. They got runners on first and second. Potentially here for Yoshi if he steps up, but it's Monty Mole. Runners on first and second with Monty Mole at the plate. This is on the ground. In the gap, and they have bases loaded. The Woat have bases loaded here. Somehow, some way, they are finding a way to put some men on base. Now here's Yellow Shy Guy, and the Shy Guys are not bad. The Shy Guys are solid hitters. The 0-1 is swung on. Star swing! It gets down. They're going to get a score. The Woat are on the board at 6-1. Can you believe that? The Woat are on the board here at 6-1. Now the bases are still loaded, and Baby Mario, not saying that he can't find something every once in a while. He can. It's 0-1 on Baby Mario.
Oh, man.
It's the swung on.
Gone.
In the, it's
Oh,
grabbed.
that's
Double play. We get out of there. I almost thought Baby Mario would find a way to get a single, but they only allow one. The ownership group is
if
up
Mario
6-1.
hits a grand slam, we have to.
I would have died. I would have literally just. I'd have just literally.
That's
said,
that's the
count.
condition.
I'm done. I'm done. If Baby Mario grand slams in this spot, I officially quit.
I did a super intense, dramatic TikTok highlight reel of Baby Mario grand.
I was already shocked by Waluigi has not hit a homer in any game this year. I'm very confident in that. I'll go back and look at the stats, but he's not hit a homer in any fucking game.
Your call of
and
that
he
home
chooses-
run made me laugh so hard. What the
He
hell?
chooses to hit it. What the hell? Here is Peter or Parker. I keep saying Peter because you're both yellow. I both say
Yeah, we're
the
both yellow and have P
Peter
names.
Parker.
and it's
Very
Spider-Man.
understandable.
Parker gets
Oh,
a
yeah,
single, puts
Spider-Man.
Caden to third. Here's Tristan now with nobody out. We've been had some good innings together. Honestly, this team might be something. I think this
have a
team could
chance to score,
could put a move on some teams potentially. That gets it in. All it took was getting team off this team.
Can
Recruit
win as
bots
long
in
as
a
the other
COD
team
custom
doesn't really
lobby.
show up.
Pretty much is what Ethan said this game is. Yep, you betcha. On the ground, Dave, though, is going to ground into the 4-6-3 double play. And so they're able to lock this down a little bit. Folks, I put the Discord link in the chat if you'd like to join us and join our little community. We'd love to have you. And I'll pop it in there again, whether you're on Twitch or YouTube. Join us. That's going to get us home. Peter with another RBI gets Parker home, and it's 8-1. Hey, I got it right that time. Yoshi's getting tired. We are looking good, folks. Top of the third for the ownership group against the Woat.
God, he's gone.
0-1 here. Can Yoshi find a way to get out of this inning? It would be
Bring it
big.
out.
0-2, strike and a swing. Ethan really whiffs on that one. Let's see if he can get him out. This is lined out for the third. Ethan cannot help out. And so we get one back, or two back, rather. It's a nice way to extend our lead. It is 8-1. But you have Yoshi, Red Noki, and Dixie Kong up at the plate. You never know. Yoshi could find a time to hit a homer. He's not going to hit a homer, but that's a nice hit for Yoshi. Yoshi adds on one there, so he's on base with nobody out here for the Woat. Bottom of the third, it's one of our fun games. It's All-Star Night here in the Triple SL, folks. If you're a little confused as to what's going on, I understand. I get it. On the ground, Red Noki, this is going to be a 4-6-3 double play. Nice job from us. Brings up Dixie Kong. And lined it out. We are in control. After 3, it is 8-1. If at any point it becomes a mercy rule at the end of the inning, I'm calling it. We just automatically win. We automatically win. We deserve it. Yoshi is getting tired. Maybe it's this inning. Swing and a miss for me. Oh, God, I missed that one big. Strike one. On the ground, that's going to be... Oh, it's past Red Paratroopa, and I get a board. I had the RBI earlier in this game. Had a couple homers this year, I think 1 or 2. Yoshi's still trying to stay in here for this team. He's literally holding on as best as he can for the Woat. The Woat are in trouble. This is on the ground. They might get a double play. 6-4-3 for the Woat to clear it. So not bad. They needed that. They needed that big time. Now you got Mitch up there, and Yoshi might find a way to get to the 5th inning somehow here. Strike one on Mitch.
Next season, the All-Star game.
The 0-1 swung on the ground, and Baby Mario's collecting that up. Holy cow. Suga says these infielders are bots. They are definitely bot right now. They are bots.
Hey, it would be more watched.
They
than
get
the
nothing.
Current, like All-Star game.
We get nothing. Ownership group, nothing there. The Woat are up with Red Paratroopa. Red Paratroopa deep to center field. This is off the wall, and it's going to be a double at least.
Oh, boy.
Had an error item. Oh, man, you thought that would have been it. Jacob says just say Spider-Man when it covers Peter or Parker. Whoever gets a hit, you won't be wrong. Fair. Green Koopa on the ground. Will they get the lead runner? No, there's an error item. He's going to be safe on an error, and the Woat have a shred of a chance here with Koopa at the plate. 8-1, bottom of the fourth in a fun game.
I think
Exhibition game here in Mario Stadium. That's unfair, but caught out at second. Almost a double play. Green Koopa does not run very well, and they don't even get Paratroopa home. He didn't even run. Now there's Monty Mole on the ground. In the gap, Monty Mole is going to have an RBI. It's 8-2. What a game. What are we doing?
Oh,
yeah, that's me at third for you.
Oh, I might need to get...
Brother,
I need to get out of
man.
this game
Holy
as the
shit.
pitcher here.
You know, in Little League,
Peter
my
might
favorite
be
position
done. This is a good effort from you,
counting
man.
the
This was
pitches
good.
to my coach, so they were
But
giving me
this
a
might
clicker,
be
and I
it.
would
We
just
might need
do
to
the
call
magic
it.
like that, straight.
Wrap it up nice and neat on a bow. Oh, that's a line out, though, for Yellow Shy Guy. That's 2. Not bad. 2 outs here for Baby Mario. They got runners on first and second. The Woat are down 8-2.
All right, Baby Mario, we meet again.
Peter's pitching, and it gets in the
Three-run
gap.
shot,
Baby Mario's
Mario,
going
Oh my
MVP.
God! Don't even put it out there.
Oh,
Oh no! Oh no!
Oh, no. And now here's Yoshi. Yoshi could use a star swing here. We haven't seen him use it. Strike one on Yoshi.
I've never
2
been more
outs. The
humbled.
Woat need this help right now. They're down 6.
Myers is
It's
too good.
in the gap. Yoshi has an
Look at his little,
RBI.
like, sidestep
He doesn't do
swag.
that
He's
for
going
his
back on
team
the
very
field.
often this year. And it's 8-3.
Oh jeez!
Watch out. The Woat, the worst team of all time, could find a way into
He's
this
taunting
game
the
on a
pitchers.
2-out
He's trying to
rally.
get him to
Bases
throw him
loaded.
out.
Peter's done. We had to pull you, brother. It had to be. I had to step in and try to fix
bad.
this.
That was bad.
Oh, I didn't want to be in here, though. I did not want to pitch. I've never pitched this year. No.
Put your money where your mouth is, Commish.
It's 8-4, and the bases are loaded. What is happening?
Immediate terrible ERA.
Guys, this could be bad.
Can you do this stat for all of these games and then just keep them separate?
Oh no.
Suddenly, I'm sweating more.
Here's Dixie. Bases loaded.
Here
The
goes
Woat
Dixie.
were
She's
down
gonna
8-1.
she's
They're
gonna
gonna be
grab
down
it.
just 3 now.
my
Baby
God, the
Mario
tying
gets
run to
home.
the
Dixie
plate.
Kong has a single, and they will not
Oh,
quit
no.
in this inning. They've scored 4.
I
Holy
wonder if we
cow.
just lost straight up. If they come back, that's worse.
If they come back, it's the biggest comeback of any team in the league this year.
No, it would be too.
Red Paratroopa on the ground. The fire, not going to make a difference. We get out of the inning, luckily. Not going to say that I had a perfect performance
All right,
in trying to
inning
get
over.
us out of it. We allow 4, and all of a sudden, this is a game 8-5. Woo! Okay, that helps. Get us out of there. Can we seal this game up
the
as
worst guys at the plate.
ownership group? Caden, what was that? Pitch, swing on the first pitch, brother. Man.
I don't blame you, Alec.
Here's Parker.
We're living the glory days in Little League. I once got yelled at by my for playing with the gum in my mouth while playing
Parker
shortstop.
cannot help us out. Guys, this is bad. Twitch chat, YouTube chat, this is bad right now. We're in trouble.
And I missed the play.
We need
And
something
that
from
is just
Tristan.
kinda
Put a
what
move
par
on
for
this
the
ball.
course
Nope.
of this team.
The line out to Goomba. 1, 2, 3 in the top of the 5th. The worst team we could imagine is on a trip. They could have the biggest comeback in the league this year if they find a way to beat our team in a random affair. That'd be wild. Green Koopa will get aboard again. Are we selling or what, folks? I don't know what to tell you. Here's Goomba. He's looking to go yard here, potentially. Contact swing. It is lined out. Double play. We get a double play. That is huge for us. That's huge for us. Folks, this is the last game before the All-Star game. We got the All-Star game, the main event, what you came here for up next. We're having some fun. Monty Mole will ground it out. That's what we love to see.
We had to survive, what?
Monty Mole
6
doing his
rounds?
job today. Grounding out to end the inning. We love that.
Sit down, Monty.
Top of the 6th, the ownership group is in trouble. We scored 8 to start, and we have not found anything since the 3rd inning. Strike
the
one
line,
here on
Monty.
Dave. Yoshi, by the way. Let's give Yoshi a little bit of credit here. He has stayed in this game after being tired. He is locked in. He is fighting, trying to give this team a victory. I mean, this would be wild. This would be absolutely
Get
bonkers.
him
Star
outta
pitch
here.
here from Yoshi to start the
He's
at-bat
drunk.
against
Get him out.
Peter.
Oh, and now we start pitching?
The 0-1 is swung on, and it will get
Not
down.
very
Peter
cool.
with a nice little
Who do we
cute
want
blooper.
on the mound after?
Good
Who's
single.
the shy
Good single,
guy?
sir. That is it for Yoshi. I mean, what an effort by Yoshi. Now Red Paratroopa is going to try and come in for the Woat to see if they can wrap this up or have a shot.
I'll take a paratrooper.
Paratroopa.
One
He has
out,
terrible
runner on
ball speed
first,
and
1-0.
no-
Here's Ethan. Almost had a homer earlier, but it got robbed by Monty Mullen right. The 2-0 is swung on, and it gets down. Ethan with a big swing. Nice job, Ethan. Astora gets Peter to third, and they got runners on the
There we
corners. The
go.
ownership group has. Folks, the All-Star game, the SSSL, we promise an
Big up
actual
Paratroopa.
quality game is coming up next. This is pretty quality, though. This is pretty good. I mean, top of the 6th, the 3-run game in this league is not bad.
That must have been a blowout.
1-1
It's worse
for
than
me
this.
here. Hoping I can drive another run and get Peter home. This is in the gap. But Peter doesn't go home. Peter doesn't go. No, Peter. What are you doing? What are you doing? No,
Oh.
Peter.
What?
You setting the Grand Slam up for none
And
other
it's going to
than.
ground out
Was
to
I asleep?
4-6-3.
I fell
How did
asleep
we
at
not get
third.
anything that inning? Oh, man.
Oh,
Guys.
No!
What was I
No,
doing?
no. They got 6 outs to figure it out, folks. They got 6 outs. The Woat, the worst team we could put together on All-Star
Oh,
break,
God, baby.
All-Star
No.
weekend here. They are somehow in the conversation. This would be point blank
How are
one
we
of the
sweating
craziest
this?
things I'll ever see if they figure it out. Grabbed by Dave though at short. Nice job there, Dave. We got some Twitch chatters that are just straight up rooting against us, which, you know what? Hey, I respect. It's kind of fun to root against the ownership group. Here's Baby Mario. Has not contributed a lot in this one, but he did have a hit that brought home some, and that's going to be another one again. I don't know why we should have noticed that we shouldn't have put Parker at second. He is really struggling in that spot. Now here's Yoshi. Can Yoshi find a way
Oh,
to get
he's
this
back
closer?
on the base
Runner on
paths,
first.
that little
Contact
shit.
swing on
He's
the
gonna
ground.
steal
We're
all
headed to the
3.
7th inning. Come on,
Look at him
4-6-3. The
taunting the
ownership
pitcher.
group is trying to hold
Oh.
on and win a ball
what he
game
went
after
up.
getting
You get
embarrassed
what you
in
deserve.
game number 1. Come on, boys. We just need to get through one. Here's Mitch
get some
here
insurance
on the first
in the
at-bat
form
of the
of 10 more
7th inning
runs.
for the ownership
I'll
group.
take that any day.
Arsonist Mage. Mitch
I would
is
love
going to
to
get
see a
this one
good
flown
home run
out.
shot from
Oh,
up there.
so close. I know, Yoshi.
Uh-oh.
Suka on Twitch says, "Where is the Star Swing Yoshi?" I know. I don't get
Goomba's
it.
all over the place.
Caden with the
Come
deep
on,
drive to
Caden.
center.
Look
It
at
is
my life in
gone.
baseball.
Caden.
Oh,
Oh no!
oh,
He-
oh, baby.
What?
Oh,
How did
baby.
that happen?
You stole it!
Oh no! Oh no!
How did that
You
happen?
know how
How did
badly my
Goomba
ego
get to
needed
that?
that.
I thought that was gone. Oh
Goomba
my
will not
god!
allow it.
How in the hell? How?
Man, I needed that so bad.
And Parker's going to ground us out. We head to the bottom of the 7th. The Woat, the worst team we can consider putting
Oh,
together,
Oh,
is
yeah.
somehow still in this game. They need 3 to tie, 4
We're
to
a true
win.
bud. Throwing
If they
scoreless
win this,
too.
dude,
I did not
it's
see that
I
coming.
quit. I don't know what to tell you. This would be crazy fucking shit. They need a lot of help though, and Red Noki
Paratrooper
showing
has a
up right
better
on
ERA than
time.
Alex.
Red Noki's going to ground out for the first.
Good
Here
start.
comes
Good
Dixie.
start.
She had a big homer. Look, she had a, or she's not a homer, but she had a hit. That's in the gap for Dixie. She adds another one, and so they got a runner on first here with
Oh, that's
one
all
out
right.
for Red Paratroopa, who can find some distance every once in a while. Not going to go with the big swing. It's in the gap. Red Paratroopa is going to get aboard, and they have runners on first and second with one out. The tying run is at the plate. It's Green Koopa. Green Koopa's found hits out of some
ahead.
just
No.
absolute miracle today.
Oh, thank
The
God.
Woat are
Tying
in
run
this.
at the plate.
He gets all the errors though.
Swing and a miss. Strike
Come on,
two.
Alex.
The 0-2 is swung on, and it is
Ooh.
grabbed by Dave.
Whoa.
Double play. We win.
Kill him.
We win. The owners win. We find a way to
let's go,
hold on
let's go.
against the
That's
worst
it, baby.
possible team
my
we can
God.
come up with.
No!
And what a way to continue All-Star Weekend. Wow.
That was
Good
way
effort
too
by the
close.
Woat.
Bench
8-5
warmers
is final
take it.
Wow, that was something, boys. Holy cow. Well, we're going to get to the actual game now. Thank you to both of you for reacting. I'm going to get set up. We're going to take a quick break. Come on back. The real official All-Star game is coming up. The owners win 8-5. Suck on that, Woat. Be right back. All-Star game of the SSSL to see who gets home field advantage potentially. Come on back. Welcome back to the Triple SL and Under the Lights. It is the All-Star game of the Triple SL. After 11 game days, these are the best players that we have seen in the league. They put on the best performances. There's been a lot of great players, honestly, that have good averages, but these rose above the rest to say they are amongst the best in the league. Their first time they're being an all-star game, and congrats to all these players. Starting first with the East captain technically is going to be Birdo. The only reason why it's not Wario, and it should be Wario because he's number one, but we used Wario twice, and I thought it'd be a nice opportunity to change up the look. So we had something different in the score bug because we used Wario and Mario already. So that's the only reason. Wario technically should be the captain, but it's Birdo who is tied with them. That is the captain for the East. And let's take a look at the East All-Stars. Donkey Kong in left field has had plenty of home runs this year. A deserved All-Star, and he's found a way to help his team go 3-3 in the last 6 games and give them a shred of an opportunity, including that big upset against Wario. And those two are going to have to coexist on this team after that big rivalry. Now here's Yellow Magic Koopa in center field. For both the DK Wilds and particularly the Wario Muscles, he is the best pitcher in the league by far. Top of the league in ERA at a 2.17 through 19 1/3. Still need to calculate Week 11 stats, folks, but I'm imagining this is not going to change that much. Birdo in right field is also a very solid pitcher. She got a 4.78 ERA, pitches the most for the Birdo Bows. The best in the league in terms of whip at a 1.43. She's only let up 1.4 hits per inning, and so that's very solid for her. And she is one of 3 represented Birdo Bows in this team. Red Critter at third is both the Birdo Bow and a Yoshi Egg, who has been doing well for both of those sides. Has been really pulling together some victories for the Yoshi Eggs, who struggled to start the season, but now Red Critter has 4 home runs. That team's 5 and deserves to be on an all-star roster alongside, well, himself. Fire Bro there for the Wario Muscles, the last Wario Muscle. He has had so many homers this year, had 7 going into last night, and over 20 RBI. Then you have Green Hammer Bro for the Bowser Jr. rookies, or excuse me, not for the Bowser Jr. rookies, for the Diddy Monkeys, rather. Both Hammer Bros, Green Hammer Bros, are in this game, but for the Diddy Monkeys, pretty much next to King Boo, it was a debate between those two, but that's who you voted for. Green Hammer Bro is at second. Wario has been a hitting machine. He was the top hitter in the league. He has lost that crown to Blue Dry Bones, Bowser, and some of the Birdo Bows, but he is still unbelievable to play against, and 4th in ERA with the 3.56, a difficult player to play against. But deserving of the only me to be on an all-star roster, and it is so deserved. Eli on Twitch, I hope you're still around. Big congrats to you, my dog. You are starting tonight in the all-star game for the Triple SL. A 3.5 ERA through 22 innings pitched. In 2 of his games already this season, he had complete games and only had 2 earned runs through those 14 innings. Is 4th in whip with a 1.77, has a couple strikeouts, I think, maybe 1. And just overall, you add on top of all of that, is one of the best hitting me's in the league, batting .545 with a homer. More than deserving of being the one me amongst both rosters to make an all-star roster. Congrats to Eli. Then finally catching tonight is the ever so threatening King K. Rool. King K. Rool has been turning it on. Maybe a little bit silent in the first couple of games, but for the Birdo Bows, he came in with 11 home runs and over 27 RBI. He added 1 last night, I believe, against the Bowser Monsters, and is a main threat in this league. And so that rounds out the East, folks, the East All-Stars. The East, remember, folks, we separated based on the Baseball Kingdom map. So if you look at the Baseball Kingdom map, which maybe I can put up a quick map for you. Here we go. We got it up. Boop, right there. See there in the corner, folks? It's split basically east to west, so you have basically DK Jungle right there on the right, Wario City and Yoshi Park, all those being shared by Birdo, Yoshi, Wario, Waluigi, DK, and Diddy. Other side is Mario, Peach, Daisy, Luigi, Bowser, Bowser Jr. Let's take a look at the team for the West. The West All-Stars, Daisy starting pitcher. She's had some home runs with it, but one of the best pitchers in the league amongst a team of some very good pitchers as well. She has stood out, having a 4.74 ERA, but really has pulled it together thanks to a couple home runs she had even last night. Had a 2-home run game for the first time in the season, has 4 on the season. Really impressive stuff from her. And amongst a couple of her fellow teammates in Blue Dry Bones, the leading hitter in the league, has 31 hits on 37 at-bats. That is an .838, folks. That's unbelievable. Deserving to be an all-star, no-brainer, and is at first. Then Funky Kong, also a consensus all-star, has more than 10 home runs on the season and is playing at the catcher spot. But the man who leads in home runs in the Triple SL through the first half of the season is Bowser, playing his third base spot. He has been a great pitcher too, has lost a little bit of his ERA, but there's no doubt when Bowser is in the game and at the plate, you are concerned. He has a 5.3 ERA through 34 1/3. Dark Bones for Luigi Knights getting in as an all-star in the shortstop. And really, he's been an all-star not only because of his .750 average, but has been critical in a couple of games that have allowed this team to get across the line. Even had some pitching stints where he's been not too bad, a 5.46 ERA for him, and he pitched a little bit last night. And the win for the Luigi Knights against the Diddy Monkeys. Green Hammer Bro this time representing the Bowser Jr. Rookies. And he has like a bunch of homers, over 10 as well, and had the walk-off last night to beat Yoshi in heartbreaking fashion. Left field is Green Dry Bones representing the Peach Monarchs. Also, I believe, is on the Bowser Jr. Rookies as well. But for the Peach Monarchs in particular, is part of the tandem with his other Dry Bones friend, the only one not represented on an all-star roster. They both bat above 600 as a key reason. A key part of that team. Congrats to Green Dry Bones. In center field for both the Bowser Monsters and the Mario Fireballs, it's Blue Toad. Blue Toad has had homers for both of these teams, but is the lead home run getter with 4 for the Mario Fireballs, batting .512, and has had a couple of doubles to go with that too, slugging .878. He's in center field. Congrats to Blue Toad. Finally, it's Mario in right field. Has been a bit sneaky with his average, but he's batting .615 with 2 home runs this year. And on top of that, he's still a tough pitcher. Is going to get the job done most nights. 5.75 through 24 1/3. He's playing it right where he normally is if he's not pitching. And folks, those are the rosters for this East versus West battle. 12 of you have jumped in to watch the All-Star game of the Triple SL. And it's a celebration. It's a celebration, honestly, of what we've been able to do in this league, folks. Already through 11, we've played 66 games of baseball, over 4,000 at-bats, over 170 home runs in this league, and you've been here for all of it. Everybody that showed up randomly through the algorithms of the world with which we don't understand on these platforms, we're so glad that you're here. Make sure you join the Discord so we can keep up with you and be a part of our community. And for all of the owners who took a chance on this crazy little idea that I had to do a simulated Mario Sluggers League, look at where we're at now. We're halfway through the season. So many storylines, so many great memories. I'm so thankful that you've been a part of this journey with me. It really has been a wonderful time, and it will continue to be as we head on in the rest of the season. And so, to celebrate all that, we got a 9-inning game, the only 9-inning game you will see in this league. Let's see what happens. The Birdo Bows are fielding the East. Again, Birdo Bows for the East. Daisy Flowers are the West. Folks, just remember it. So the West is batting first. We are in the West. They're batting first. And let's get it on. As we take a look at the fireworks off of the night, here comes Eli to start things off here. In the top of the first in the 9-inning game, welcome to the All-Star game, folks. Blue Dry Bones is bat so well for the Daisy Flowers. Unfortunately, gets that caught by Donkey Kong in left field. Now here's Bowser. Again, chemistry is a bit limited for both these teams. This is going to be a home run derby potentially. Depending on how it goes, Bowser has 14. Can he make it 15? No, Eli able to get him to miss the pitch for strike 2. The 0-2 is down the middle. Grabbed, though, by Fire Hammer Bro. Nice job to get Bowser out of there. Good stuff here from the West. From the East, rather. And the East is going to get the West out here in order. 1, 2, 3. The East and Eli leading this team. The West cannot do anything with some of the best hitters in the league. And you're absolutely right, Arsonist Mage. The hitting power for the West is kind of crazy. There's so much hitting power on that team, but so is there on the East. They're not going to get any help, though. That's a ground out for the other Fire Hammer Brand. Here's Wario. Wario's been playing really well this season, has had so many hits, and guess what? Wario gets aboard. The first hit of the All-Star game here in the Triple SL is Wario. Followed up with Yellow Magic Cooper, the best pitcher, bar none, in this league. Particularly for the Wario Muscles, as a 2.17 ERA through 19 and a third. Pitched a little bit, I'm sure, last night, but lost. They lost to DK. So it might affect his ERA a little bit. There might be a new king. It might, honestly, folks, be Eli. It might be Eli. We'll have to calculate the stats. Those will be ready for you by the time we hit our next broadcast. That's next Thursday, where we start the whole season back over with another 11 games. It's not really back over. It feels like a fresh season, though. We do the same order, essentially, flipping the stadiums, as that's going to be a single for Eli, too, to start us off here for the East in a 9-inning game. And up to the plate comes Red Critter, who has a bunch of home runs. He has 8 this year. Could he get the East on the board and give them a chance at winning home field advantage against a West team? The 0-1 swung on. That's going to get down, and Red Critter is going to potentially get this team its first run of the game. RBI for Red Critter that opens the scoring. The East, which, by the way, funny enough, are on the east side of your screen. The east side of the scorebook. The East is on the East, the West is on the West. And that will make it much easier for my head to comprehend, folks. I tell you what. And now it's King K. Rool here. That worked out so perfect, I tell you what. Good thing the coin flip worked out as did. King K. Rool, second in home runs, and he could add another one. It's deep to center field. Will it get gone? It will. Say goodbye, King K. Rool. Put your crown on. King K. Rool makes it 4-0 for the East here in a 9-inning game. Get ready for some homers tonight, folks. You're going to watch a great game, and King K. Rool says, my belly's full. Daisy's getting tired already. She does have plenty of pitchers she could go to, but it's going to be really interesting to see how this goes. Birdo, who has a couple this year herself, will add one for the East. Homer. Birdo makes it 5-0. How do you like that for the Birdo Bows? I'm waiting to get my cap, my baseball cap for this team. I got to have one, man. If we're doing this, I got to have a Birdo Bows baseball cap. It's coming on Etsy. That's it for Daisy, but that's what it should be. We should be seeing a lot of different pitchers, but Daisy letting up 5 right away with 2 outs is not great. So it begins. We've got, again, the East is comprised of Wario, Waluigi, Birdo, Yoshi, DK, and Diddy against the West of Mario, Luigi, Daisy, Peach, Bowser Jr., and the West is down big already, but they got some great hitters coming up. The Dry Bones and Funky Kong. One of the best hitters in the league as well. And guess what? Green Dry Bones doing what he always does. That's get singles, baby, into shallow center. He does this shit all the time, folks. I'm not surprised. 5-0 here. Really interested to see what the end of this game is going to look like. Funky Kong is unable to get anything there. Grounded into a 3-6-3 double play. 3-6-1 as Eli comes over to cover. This could be an all-time sort of thing. Folks, make sure in the chat you have an opportunity. I'll probably help elect it, but if you'd like to vote for an all-star game MVP of the game, make sure to put your votes in the chat. I will keep them in mind. I think there's probably going to be some. There surely will be somebody that stands out as an arguable All-Star Game MVP. But vote in the chat on YouTube and Twitch. Your votes are going to help me figure out who the All-Star MVP is, folks. Caden says Toadsworth, no doubt. Well, you know, Toadsworth not playing in this game, but he played really well in the best of the rest. He did really good in our earlier game tonight. Bit of a fun one. I will likely put the All-Star Game up on YouTube and in its entirety today. Blue Toad for both the Fireballs and the Bowser Monsters gets the West on the board with a 2 RBI single. It's 5-2 in favor of the East. Take another look at it. Berto out there in right field. A little bit of a different position for her. Kind of just how it came out. Normally plays second base when she's not pitching and when Red Magic Koopa is starting. Mario here, heater though, lines it out for the third. The West is able to put 2 on the board here. We're playing 9. The only time this year we will be playing 9 innings. And it is 5-2 here for DK though. We want to talk about the West's hitting power. The East has plenty of hitting power too. There's plenty of scary players on this side. And Donkey Kong is one of them. Deep to center field. Will it get gone? It's at the wall. It is off the... No, it's gone. It gets off the top of the wall. Wave the finger. Donkey Kong makes it 6-2. Good stuff for DK in the All-Star game. 6-2 for the East. Here comes Fire Hammer Bro. This is a nice hit there. Again, this is for the East, so this is part of the Wario muscles. And he'll get aboard with nobody out here. East is looking good right now. They're in a solid position, but we got a 9-inning game. You never know what could happen. This is down there into left center. Wario gets aboard. Here in the bottom of the second. 6-2 game for the East right now. Winner of this game, if the East ends up playing a West team or vice versa, the winning side, if they face a team from the opposite conference, let's say, they will get the home field advantage. I did not choose to do conferences at the beginning of the season, or divisions rather, as I think that would limit the potential drama. I think having that 6-team, half the league gets eliminated, creates a little bit more scarcity in who gets to the playoffs. And so it means that the playoff teams will all likely have winning records or close to it. It was a consideration, but not there. We got runners on first and second for the East. I'm the Berto Bows owner, so of course I'm rooting for the East to win this and get home field advantage in the World Series. That's going to get down. Red Critter is going to get another RBI here, and maybe Eli will turn for home. 7-2. Will you make it 8-2? He's safe at the plate. 8-2. The East is rolling right now against some scary players from the West, and now King K. Rool just had a homer, and will he get one on Mario, the cover athlete? The 0-1 is swung on. It's on the inside of the bat, but it will get down. And this connection, Red Critter and King K. Rool have put fear into the hearts of batters and pitchers all throughout the league. Here's Berto, who just had a homer herself, shocked us here. Peter's voting for DK for MVP. Make sure you put your votes in. That's a ground out, though. Unfortunately, Berto cannot follow that. But it doesn't matter. They get 3 more. The East is rolling right now in a 9-inning affair. But hey, Bowser is back up at the plate. Can never count out Bowser from hitting homers. And Blue Drybones, the best hitter in the league in average terms, is up at the plate. 0-1 Eli, though, solid start for him in an all-star game. I mean, you know, the all-star game is going to have a little less defense, a little bit more offense, and he's still doing real well. All things considered, he's trying to lock in. This is serious. Somebody could get home field advantage. And at Yoshi Park, for both Yoshi and Berto, especially Berto, I would love to see the East win because we're undefeated at home this year. Bowser! Deep to right center. Is it deep enough? It is. Goodbye. Bowser finds another homer. King Koopa does what he does. And that brings the West a little bit closer in this conversation. CJ Willis saying, I like the one table setup. I've done offline leagues like this, and divisions and conferences sometimes leads to teams that should be in the playoffs but aren't or shouldn't be. It's a no offense NBA. Or no offense NBA. Yeah, no, I agree. It leads to teams that shouldn't have been there getting into the playoffs somehow. And I think this really creates some scarcity and some drama to things. That's a fly out there for Greenham Road. Eli getting a little bit tired here as we head. We're still in the top of the third. It's 4-8 in favor of the East. Green Dry Bones for the Peach Monarchs and the Bowser Jr. rookies will get that one down. There's still just one out. Will that be it for Eli? Don't know yet, but here's Funky Kong. This could be a big opportunity for the West to get back in this conversation. Make it 8-6. Of course, Ethan, who was here, we talked to him earlier tonight. And, of course, Caden is hoping for the West to get this one done if they want to get to the playoffs and have home field advantage. Again, if 2 teams from the West make it to the World Series, the team with the higher seed would have home field advantage in that moment. But you never know. I think it could easily work out where an East versus a West team face each other in a World Series. Dark Bones is going to get this one down, but Green Dry Bones doesn't run, so no run added on here. Bottom of the third. That's it for Eli. Still a very solid stint from him, but you have so many talented pitchers in this game, you might as well let another one take the ball. And it's going to be Donkey Kong, who has found some form lately, honestly, as a pitcher. He's still got a 6.65 ERA as an average, but the form has shown up. This could be a sac fly from Daisy to make it a 3-run game. It will be, as Green Dry Bones is going to get home in just enough time. Close throw, though. Green Hammer Bro really tried to give it a run there. Again, folks, this is an amalgamation of different great players from both the East and the West, all of our best players from the SSSL, based on your votes. We love to hear your input, and you can vote for the All-Star MVP right now in the chat. I'm keeping an eye on it. We got a lot of time left, though. We don't know yet who could really be the All-Star MVP. King K. Rool had that 3-run home run earlier to give the East a big lead, but now there's Blue Toad, and watch out. This is going to quickly be a tough situation for the East to get out. The West has bases loaded with Mario at the plate. 9-run game. We could be seeing a maybe like a 19-17 type game tonight, and I wouldn't be opposed. Mario's going to get the RBI, and it's 8-6. East only has a 2-run lead. The West is on their tail. 2 outs here, bases loaded. Some quality baseball being played, some good offensive baseball. Now you got Blue Dry Bones, the best average hitter in the league, up at the plate. Could spell doom here. Could cut the lead to nothing. It's a 4-run inning so far for the West. This is on the ground, though. Blue Dry Bones, thanks to the barrel pitch, cannot do anything with that. Good stuff from the West. Nonetheless, they cut the lead to 2, but you got Green Hammer Bro, Fire Bro, and Donkey Kong sandwiched in the middle here to start us off with the East in the bottom of the third. A 9-inning game tonight. 9-inning game. I think I could have kept it at 7, but there's something about the All-Star game being 9, which makes it so interesting. We've never done it before, and now it's a 9-6 game. Green Hammer Bro, for the Diddy Monkeys, sends that one to center field with 14 of you in here. You're watching the All-Star game of the Super Sluggers Sim League. We're halfway through our 22-game season. Make sure you drop us a follow, subscribe to my YouTube, follow us on Twitch and TikTok. Don't miss games the rest of the season. We're putting up some of the instant classic games, folks. Some of the best games we've had in the first half. Donkey Kong, he's going to add another homer in this game. It's a home run party. Donkey Kong makes it 10-6. Folks, we're adding some of the instant classic games. We've had so many great games to start the first half of the season, and we will be putting all of those games in basically in cut-up form on our TikTok here coming up soon. I am only one man. I'm trying to get all this content out for you, y'all. The live ones are already tough enough, but I'm doing my best. CJ Willis says, Dabber getting a home run derby tonight. How about 3 straight? 1, 2, 3 homers. Arsonist Mate says, man, the longer this game goes on and the more pitchers get tired, we might legit hit a 29-35 game. And God, that would be interesting. We've never seen anything like that in this league. And why not do it for the All-Star game? It's 11-6 now for Wario. Strike 1 here for him. Swing and a miss. Strike 2 here. Mario trying to get him out of this inning. No outs here. Just 3 straight homers. Now Wario's going with a bomb. He chooses to hit a bomb. A little bit of a single to center field. That's going to help him out. That's a single for Wario. And so still nobody out. 4 straight hitters with hits. Eli said Vegas odds were too easy. Bet the house on our team. Absolutely. Our team, especially with your pretty solid pitching stint. Like I said, in an all-star game, Eli, that's a very good stint for you. Wario almost gets caught out at second. 5 straight batters for the East. Nobody out. Now here's Eli again. Swings on this one on the ground. He's going to ground to the 6-4-3. And so Eli, unfortunately, there cleans things up a little bit for the West, but they are still down 5. They have lost a little bit of their lead. This is going to be a fly out to left field. They do get 1 after all things considered. The West gains 1 on the East, but they still have a 5-run lead to try and chop away at. But Bowser just had a home run in the last inning, and he's back up for the West. Strike 1 here. Donkey Kong versus Bowser. The irresistible force versus the immovable object, and the immovable object grounds out to second base. Tough stuff here for the West. Here's Green Hammer Bro. That is an absolute moonshot. You can say goodbye to that ball. There is no doubt about it that that was going to be gone. Fastball down the middle. Green Hammer Bro for the West cuts the lead by 1. A little bit close at the end there, but I felt very confident in the exit velo of that ball being just too far. 7-11. Top of the 4th in a 9-inning game, folks. The All-Star game in the SSSL. If you haven't been following what we've been doing, I hope you do. I hope you do. A lot of people have been having fun in this league. Got a good little community going on, and look at that. It's a dry bones, a green dry bones. Getting to first with Funky Kong, who has not had a homer in this game, folks. Maybe it's his time. For the Daisy Flowers, he's had the 2nd most home runs of anybody this season. Contact swing, though, gets over the head of Fire Hammer Bro. Will put 2 on with 1 out. Top of the 4th for the West. Winner of this side, East or West, will have home field advantage in the SSSL World Series coming up at the end of July is when that's coming up. It'll be my birthday. Going to do a live IRL stream, essentially. We're going to bring as many owners as are available. We have some of us who are not in this city, 1 or 2 in a different state. But the best of our ability, we were going to try and get as many people here. Most of us are in the same area, though. That is a nice hit. Star swing from Daisy brings home 2. And it's just a 2-run game with 1 out. Good stuff, good use of her star swing. And God, folks, sometimes you wonder, hey, maybe you could use these star swings, I don't know, in a game, in a regular season game would be good. To get our team an effing win would be nice. But hey, so what? It is what it is. Here's Blue Toad. Runners on the corners for the West here. They got a real shot in a 9-inning game, but that is going to be a 4-6-3. Blue Toad does not help his team here. They get a few, but honestly, with the way the pace has been going, Berto Bose and the East here, the East and all of the different teams that are represented, all of the teams are represented in some form in this All-Star game. The East is still in control. They have King K. Rool, who had a homer earlier and is one of the best home run hitters in the league. Guess what? Say goodbye to that ball. Na-na-na-na. Na-na-na-na. Hey, hey, hey. Goodbye. 12-9. East gets one back. The pace right now, the West is just trying to keep up. Mario's getting tired here. It's Berto, and she had a homer earlier. This one is going to be a hard ground out to Dark Bones at short. So first out here. Now you got Green Hammer Bro, and these Hammer Bros have just been going yard today. They are hitting everything over the plate. Second one is swung on. This one's over the plate, but it's a nice pitch by Mara. Actually gets him to pull just foul. Curved at the end there. Good stuff from him. The 0-2 going to have to go contact now. This is in the gap. Green Hammer Bro will still get on. Tough at bat for Mario. So hard to get these players out. Here is DK, though. Donkey Kong. He had a homer earlier. If this goes yard, we'll have been tied in this inning. And they'll have nothing to show for it. Donkey Kong with another homer. Absolutely putting on a clinic tonight. He definitely could be in the conversation for the MVP of the game. He's had another homer in this one. Peter, who we heard from earlier tonight, the DK Wilds owner's got to be happy to see his man putting up big homers. It's another 5-run game. Mario's got to call this one. This is the bottom of the 4th in the 9-inning game. 3 home runs already, Peter says, for Donkey Kong. That puts him very much in the conversation for the MVP. This is pulled, just foul by Fire Bro. Again, there's only one out here for the East. Swing and a miss, strike three, though. Bowser is able to get a player out here on the mound. And this is going to be tough. This is who the West needed to get on the mound for sure. It was Bowser. Nice hit, though, into the corner by Wario. We'll get another runner on with 2 out. That'll bring up Yellow Magic Koopa. But, hey, Bowser is this team's best potential chance to last the rest of the game, I would say. You've already got Eli and Daisy out of there. This is the best chance, and this is going to be a 4-3. Gets them out of it here in the 4th. But they do, unfortunately, go even in the 4th. 3 runs apiece keeps it a 5-run game. Like I said, folks, the West is just simply trying to keep pace. They got Mario and Bowser on the same roster. That is strange. Mario's trying to go yard here himself. He sees everybody else hitting homer, says, I want one. Now he goes contact and lines it out. Blue Dry Bone's the best average hitter in the league, now up for the Daisy Flowers, and he's going to continue. Look at that. I mean, just shocking. Folks, the stats for the All-Star game will not be a part of the official record, but I may run the stats for specifically just the All-Star game. I got to catch up a little bit on Week 11. We still have 4 games left there. Bowser, this is a deep drive off the barrel pitch, but Yellow Magic Koopa's underneath this one. That's an out. So 2 out here. Bowser getting neutralized a little bit at the plate, and they might come out of this inning with nothing. DK has had a nice stint as well on the mound, helping his conversation. But just as I say that, Green Hammer Bro, representing the West, sends that yard for the Bowser Jr. rookies. They're going to get 2 back here. They're just trying to keep pace, but maybe that will be the spark they needed. It is 11-14 in the All-Star game. That's it for DK here. Let's go to Wario, who is one of the better pitchers in the league as well. Caden says, God, I love Green Hammer, bro. I know. This one's going to get down. And Green Hammer Bro, by the way, I think that's his 3rd as well. I think Green Hammer Bro is solidly also in the conversation if the West wins this game for the All-Star Game MVP. Here's Funky Kong, who's not had a homer tonight. Surprisingly, in this home run derby, it is Funky Kong who is gone from this conversation. He's not had one tonight. The West gets 2 9-inning games, so we're only halfway through the All-Star Game. And hey, I'm here for it. I hope you're here for it too. This is the only 9-inning game we will play in this season, I promise. Eli, unfortunately, not able to add on to anything here. Like I said, solid pitching stint from him earlier on. This is a foul off to the left, past third base line here for Red Critter. Red Critter, this is a deep drive to center field. It looks gone. It will be gone. Red Critter for the Birdo Bows adds a homer. 15-11. It's a party, it's a party, it's a party. Hey, it's a party. It's a home run party, folks. Under the lights at Mario Stadium at 15 of you watching. You're watching the SSSL All-Star Game. You're seeing some offense like you've never seen before. King K. Rool, deep to center field. How about we... Oh, it's just off the wall. I thought it'd get gone. He got it to the deep part of center, but he does have a double here with 1 out. Birdo had a homer to right field early in this game for the East. Again, the Daisy Flowers, the team on the left side, the west side of your screen is the West team. The Birdo Bows are on the East side. They are the East team. Green Hammer Bro, this time representing the Diddy Monkeys, is going to get home there for King K. Rool. King K. Rool gets home. It's back to a 5-run game. The West is keeping pace, but look at the difference, folks. Look at that scoreboard in center field. Donkey Kong has his 4th home run of the game. 3-run shot, and the East might be putting this out of reach. Arsonist Mage says, I'm going to lose my voice calling these homers tonight. You betcha. I might have to take a breather, folks. 19-11. 4th home run 4th home run of the night for Donkey Kong. The only player this season to do anything like that in a game, of course in a 7-inning game, is King K. Rool, by the way. King K. Rool had the only 4-home run game in the league this season. There's been plenty of threes. Wario's going to end the inning here, but man, they did some damage to the East. They are trying to get this home field advantage. 19-11 here. What a game. We still have 4 innings left to go. Folks, I probably could have kept it a 7-inning game, but part of me just wanted to see one time, because it is the All-Star game, it's a special occasion, what would a 9-inning game look like with these players, and we're getting a look at it. It is a slug fest right now. Bomb after bomb after bomb. The Daisy Flowers, part of the West, are going to need to keep hitting bombs too. This is a pop fly to center field. Birdo playing out of position. She'll get that one in deep or in shallow right for the first out. Blue Toad grounded out in the last inning. Can he help his team out? Nope, he's not going to. That's a double play. The West is looking out of reach here. We head to the bottom of the 6th out of 9. It is 19-11. You got Yellow Magic-Koopa, Eli, and Red Critter. So far, as you can see on the scoreboard in the background, there has not been a single inning in which the East has not scored. Too many home run hitters on this side. Swing and a miss, though. Bowser is going to start using his star pitches. And this one's down the middle, though. Oh, it's just past Dark Bones. Just past, and unfortunately, man, this West side cannot figure out anything. Eli here. Can Eli, one of the better hitting knees in the league, find something? Maybe he can find a home run. That would be cool. The 0-1 is swung on. It's a nice hit, but it's not quite nice enough. It's lined out to center. That's 1. And so now Red Critter steps up, who had a homer earlier. Tough spot here for Bowser. Got to help his team out here. Needs to get him out of this. Swung on deep to center field. Red Critter says, I'll have another, folks. 2-run shot, 21-11. Arsonist Mage said, you really have to appreciate how Hammer Bros make weird catches with blunt instruments. Yeah, it's a bit strange. Can't deny that. I mean, look, I guess it's not too bad if you're considering that they've only allowed 2 in this inning, but man, the West is getting smoked right now, and King K. Rool's already had 2. We add another. No, this is deep to left field. It's going to get down to left center field, so King K. Rool will trot to first. 10-run game, 21-11. Bowser is done. If this puppy gets out of hand, I might have to throw in the towel on behalf of the West. But I do want to see, folks, how long will this go? Will the West put up a fight? They still got some players that can hit some bombs, but they're definitely behind right now. And Blue Toad just decides to sell in center field. Birdo's going to have a double here in the top of the 6th, bottom of the 6th. This is crazy. Bottom of the 6th in a 9-run inning game. Green Hammer Bro again. Oh, he hits that one on the inside of the bat. Double play. Double play. It's about time that Green Hammer Bro for the Bowser Jr. rookies, or for the Diddy Monkeys, messed up. A Hammer Bro had to give up something. It's 21-11 now. The Bowser Jr. rookies, Green Hammer Bro, has been killing it tonight. 17 of you in here watching the SSSL All-Star Game. The best players in our simulated league. If you've never watched this before, we play a 22-game league. Me and 11 friends have all 12 captains as franchise owners. We set a lineup and we see what happens. It's the computers playing, not us. So we don't know what's going to happen. Unfortunately here for the West, the best hitter in the league grounds out again, brings up Bowser. He is upset, folks. He really would like to see his team have a shot. They might still have a chance to get to the playoffs at 4-7. They need a lot of help. This is going to be a drive that gets to the wall. We'll give Bowser a single here. He is the best hitter in the league, probably bar none, is slugging .185 and has 14 home runs. Green Hammer Bro for the Bowser Jr. rookies. This is deep to center field again for him. It is gone. Green Hammer Bro continues to rain down the hammers here tonight with another homer. Probably his 3rd of the night, folks. It's so hard to keep track of. I've got no fucking idea. 13-21 here. I'm going to have to do this game even. I'm going to have to set the settings so it's a 9-inning game on my thing. But yeah, this is crazy. This is nuts scoring. 21-13, top of the 7th in the All-Star game. Can Funky Kong help his team out? He finally gets something going with a single with 2 out. But Funky Kong, one of the better home run hitters in the league this season so far with over 11. He's not finding anything right now. Can Dark Bones help load the bases here, potentially for a different hitter? He will. This is going to get down. Will Dry Bones, the other one, go for home? They will. They are going to get another run here. 21-14, 7-run game. Good pull into right center by Dark Bones. They get it home. Nice stuff from him. What a high-scoring affair. 35 runs between these two teams. Now Daisy, good time for her to use a star swing. Maybe get Funky Kong home, her teammate. Strike one on her. She had a 2 RBI little single earlier. This is swung on, though. She's had some homers this year. It's get down. Funky Kong gets home. Here come the West. Peter Krenter says this is a football score right now. You bet. It's a football score. Speaking of which, EA Sports College Football 25 is coming out. Definitely considering doing something for that. The end of this series will kind of coincide just with the start of EA Sports College Football. Definitely a consideration, folks. I'm thinking about it. I know a couple people who I will definitely have an online dynasty with. Whether or not we do content for that one, I will kind of leave it to them. It's something we've already talked about doing. So maybe I do a separate continuing one with them. But it would certainly be interesting. I think if I were to do an online dynasty, I would like it to be just like we're doing it here. Because, like, playing is fun, right? And that's cool. I'm good with playing it. But there's just something about having absolutely no option. You can't do anything about this. You know, you have to just let it play. This is Green Hammer Bro here for the West, or the East rather, and Diddy Monkeys. They have 1 out. Donkey Kong got on earlier. Watch out the West. I said they were just trying to keep pace with the East, but could this be the first inning that the East scores no runs? Again, we play 9 in the All-Star game. This is going to get down, though, in the gap. Wario hits DK along. Wario's probably not super happy about that. The DK Wilds is the worst team in the league, former worst team in the league. They upset the Wario Muscles in our last game day. Bases loaded. Yellow Magic Koopa will get the bases loaded here. Watch out for Red. Or no, it's Eli. I thought it was Red Critter. I couldn't remember who was in order. I think Red Critter's next. But can Eli help his team out here? Maybe put this game away with bases loaded. On the ground for the 6-4-3 double play. The West is trying to stay alive with a chance to win home field advantage in the SSSL World Series. We're going to the extra innings. 8 and 9. It's a 6-run game. Top of the 8th here in the All-Star game. Mario. Don't think he's had a homer. That's a nice little single. Oh, it was a single, but what a grab by Green Hammer Bro. How do you do that? I'd love to know. It makes more sense that Boomerang Bro could boomerang and get a ball, but the hammer shit don't make no sense to me. Green Dry Bones is going to get aboard here. Nice job for the Peach Monarch and the Bowser Jr. rookie. Arsonist Mage, a proclaimed Bowser fan, is going to be happy about this ball. That's gone. Bowser with another homer, almost to the second deck. And he's going to bring this team for the West somehow within 2. It's 21-17. That is truly a football score if I've ever seen one. Watch out. Arsonist Mage, proclaimed and proud Bowser Monsters fan, saying, we got Wario tired. Now Green Hammer Bro for the rookies cuts it to 3. It's his 4th home run as well, or something like that. And watch out, we've got 2 really clear candidates for the MVP. Green Hammer Bro for the West and the Bowser Jr. rookies. And for the East, it's Donkey Kong, in my opinion, right now, with those 4 home runs as well. Here's Green Dry Bones. 1 out, bases cleared, but watch out here. The West is trying to put on a rally. What a rally it would be. Green Dry Bones pulls this one foul. He's down 0-2. 21-18, what a score. Green Dry Bones will fly that out to Eli in left. So 2 out, unfortunately. That is it for Wario. You get Wario out there. Now you go to Birdo. But Birdo, folks, a great pitcher. She can be really difficult, has the best whip in the league at a 1-4. Funky Kong has had 0 home runs tonight. Bit of a disappointment, but maybe that changes. No, it doesn't. But Wario out there in right field, unable to react to that ball, and so Funky will at least have a single. Brings on Dark Bones. 3-run game. Can he find something here? Ball here on Dark Bones with Funky Kong at first. This is on the ground. That will be the 6-4. They cannot close the lead completely, but they do get a big 3. They put up they were able to hold the East to nothing in the last inning. They're going to need to do it against some of the best hitters in the league. Red Critter, King K. Rool, and Birdo. Starting off with Red Critter, it's Blue Dry Bones who's pitching, and he's actually able to get towed, but watch out for the foul ball, could make a difference. It does not. What a great play by Blue Toad to send that over to Daisy and right. Incredible play. KFC says, I hate Birdo suck. I'm sure he's meaning her suction pitch. This is Blue Dry Bones who's pitching on behalf of the Daisy Flowers. And King K. Rool's going to get out. This is huge for the West. Absolutely huge for the West. They could get some of the best hitters in the league out. Blue Dry Bones has an ERA of 4.94 through 17 innings for the Daisy Flowers. Birdo is going to send this one close off the wall. It's fair. A single for her with 2 outs. 3-run game. The West is going to have one more inning potentially to win the All-Star game and get home field advantage. And Green Hammer Bro, this could be gone. It looks like it's really tall, though. Will it get off the wall? No, it's caught. It flies out at the warning track for the 3rd out for the Diddy Monkeys. And we go to the top of the 9th. The West is going to have a try here, but they need some of these guys in this section of the lineup to hit well. Otherwise, the East will have home field advantage in the World Series. Daisy starts it off, but a great play by Fire Bro gets her at first. Unbelievable play that could help the East win this thing. The Wario muscle product is huge there. Now there's 1 out. Runner on first, though. Here for Mario. Mario needs something right now. I'd like to see him use a star swing. Birdo, and this side has no star pitches. Swung on. Over the head of Fire Hammer Bro. Look out, folks. Runners on first and second in a 3-run game. With guess who's up? It is Blue Dry Bones, one of the better hitters, but he struggled a little bit, folks. He struggled a little bit. He really needs to get a single here. He's going to go power. Maybe he can get a sac fly. That wouldn't hurt. You just need to keep it. Not a double play. This is going to be over the head of Green Hammer Bro. Getting it down. The West is going to make it a 2-run game off the Blue Dry Bones double. Unbelievable stuff here. Could you ask for a better game in the All-Star game? 2-run game. I got to get my finger ready on this clip button for Bowser. The winner of this game gets home field advantage. The West has been down as much as 10 in this game. They were down 21-11. Now Bowser sends that one. Red Critter, gets the out there, and they're down to their last out here in the All-Star game. But it's Green Hammer Bro for the Bowser Jr. Rookies, who's had a bunch tonight. Will he add one more? He needs to. They would give him the lead by 1. Swung on, deep to right field. The West is going to take the lead. A go-ahead 3-run shot from Green Hammer Bro. Unbelievable game we're watching. One of the best games of the year is the All-Star game. 22-21. Could you write a different script that's better than this? Unbelievable. Peter says it's the Dickie V voice. Are you serious? Green Dry Bones. Can he add on one here? It's at the wall. It's gone. Green Dry Bones for the Peach Monarchs. Adds on to it. Unbelievable stuff here for the West. They were down by 10 runs. But how could you not predict that a team that has Daisy Flowers players on it knows how to come back? Now you got Funky Kong, who's not at home or all game. Funky hasn't had a homer all game, and in the biggest moment of the game, Funky Kong finds a home run. This is unbelievable stuff. Why are you not watching this league? I feel sorry for anybody that's not watching this right now on YouTube and Twitch. I'm hitting the clip button every single goddamn at-bat. This is a 2-out rally, by the way. They were down to their last out. Now here's Dark Bones. Dark Bones flies it out, and that is the end of the top of the ninth. A 6th spot here for the West, and we still have DK with the opportunity to help his team win it. Blue Dry Bones is tired. The East is trying to win the home field advantage. 24-21. First one by DK. Is he going to add another one? This one looks a little bit high. Could be close. It's at the wall. It is off the wall. It's fair. Donkey Kong, not a homer, but a double will work. Blue Dry Bones getting tired. They've gone through a lot of pitchers now on the East. All the captains are out. Now it's Blue Toad. Blue Toad's got to figure something out here with Firehammer Bro. This is swung on. Will it get down? No. Firehammer Bro lines this one out for the Wario Muscles. And the East is in trouble. They were up 10, and they could drop one of the biggest leads of the season we've seen in any game. It's an exhibition game, but nonetheless it matters. 1 out here for Wario. It is gonna get down. Wario finds a hit. He's had some lineouts, but he keeps it alive here in a 3-run game. Can Yellow Magic Koopa find some magic here and potentially send up somebody good? It's grabbed by Green Hammer Bro, and that's the game! The West comes back down double digits. And I'll say it right now, Green Hammer Bro is the MVP representing the Bowser Jr. rookies. Unbelievable game here under the lights at Mario Stadium. The West, 24 runs. The East, 21. Well, folks, we just witnessed a great All-Star game. I mean, holy cow. Could you have asked for a better All-Star game to wrap up this first half of the season? It was beautiful. God, there had to have been like 15 fucking home runs that game. 20 maybe. 20 home runs. Oh, my God. Hammer Bro, it looks like in the chat, folks, Hammer Bro for Bowser Jr. rookies. Congrats to Caden and his player for winning All-Star Game MVP. That is no doubt about it. What a game that was, folks. I hope that keeps you excited. I hope that gives you a little bit of something to look back on. Maybe you can go back and watch this game on Twitch or YouTube and have a good time with that. Folks, when we come back next Thursday, folks, we're back with the regular season, and it's the second half of the regular season. And here's a reminder of the games. Starting off first, here in game week number 12, you got Luigi Knights at the Birdo Bows. The reverse of that, the Birdo Bows started their season getting shut out at the Mansion, but the Birdo Bows are undefeated at home. Luigi Knights going to have a tough test there. Then you got the Waluigi Spitballs, who need some wins to keep their season alive, and they're going to face a team they would love to beat. At 4-7, they would love to beat the 5-6 Diddy Monkeys and potentially hop them in the standings, trying to grasp to a playoff spot. Bowser Monsters face the Wario Muscles. Could that game look a little bit different than it did the first time? Wario beat them, I think, 13-6. So this could be an interesting one here. The Bowser Monsters on the road this time, maybe being in Wario City will help them out. Then you got the Bowser Jr. rookies and the DK Wilds. Boy, that's going to be an interesting one. Way the DK played tonight, if he can pull the homers like he did there, it could be a good one for him. Going to be interesting to see if he can do that. Then, following all this up, you have the Mario Fireballs facing the Peach Monarchs. Peach Monarchs, the worst team in the league, but what have we seen? Any team can beat anybody on any given day, and the Mario Fireballs able to win a couple games. They were on that borderline for a little bit there, but now they're on a bit of a hot streak. Can they continue it against the Monarchs in the Garden this time? And finally, the last game of our 6 is the Daisy Flowers at the Yoshi Eggs. Times on this may vary. The Yoshi Eggs at home as well. I'm sure they're going to be happy, but they won't be happy facing one of the better teams in the league. They need to win that one. Eli hoping that his season might have a shred of hope. Those are our 6 games that are coming up. I hope you enjoyed the All-Star Night, folks. I had a great time. Thanks so much to everybody who was in the chat. Make sure to join our Discord. We love to have you join it and keep the conversation going all week long. We'll be back on Thursday, 6:30 p.m., same time, same place, here at Alec Rome on YouTube, at Alec Rome Games on Twitch, and follow us on TikTok at Super Sluggers. Until then, it's Alec Rome here for the Triple SL saying thank you so much for watching, supporting our league, and I'd love to see you in the second half of the season. But until then, it's bye-bye for now.